Dan Stevens and Coach Tony Edwards. And, Coach, first off, congratulations getting that first high school coaching win. It's always memorable to get the first win, probably even more memorable to be doing it on a 2-hit, 1-0 win. Coach, how do you explain that?
Well, it's a tough one to explain, to be honest with you. Yeah, you're right. It's nice to get that first win, kind of get that monkey off the back, just kind of take a deep breath. I know last weekend when we were in Ellington, the kids were kind of anxious and excited and nervous all at the same time, and you could see it. And I told them, when we had our home opener, I said, hey, let's just put it all aside and let's go out and play baseball the way we're capable of. Let's have good pitching, and let's try to put the ball in play. And we were able to do that for the most part. Garrett threw an unbelievable game. I believe he pitched a full game, had 12 strikeouts. Like I said, only surrendered 2 hits. So dominant performance by Garrett, no question. But you'd like to see us try to get those runs produced a little bit more, try to get that ball to the ground, hit a little bit harder. So, anytime you can get your first win, you'll definitely take it. I was very excited for the team. They were excited. And hopefully we can kind of carry that into the Ellington game today. So,
when we talked about the first games down, a number of errors that the Salem Tigers made, and we all know how errors can play a big part in the game, Coach, whether you make them or you take advantage of them. There weren't a lot of errors in the Salem-Steelville game, but the key one by Hukin at first base on Hayden Sanders' pop fly put him at first. I don't know if Hayden had a little tweak or something. Anyway, Brendan Hanger came on to run for him, got him to second base. You take advantage of every single thing you can get. If it's a walk or a base hit or whatever, get that man in scoring position. A wild pitch gets him to third, and a sacrifice fly gets him home. Coach, an unearned run, you'll take it because you end up with that 1-0 win. But how important was giving the Salem Tigers 4 outs in that inning?
Oh, definitely. It was huge. I mean, you're looking at, just the idea of trying to put the ball in play. And like I said, Hayden got under it just a little bit. We were very fortunate enough that the wind was swirling and the first baseman was, had a little trouble with it, and got that error, like you said, and Trayton was able to advance our courtesy runner Hanger over to second. And like I said, we got that wild pitch and automatically got second and third, and then White came up, and I couldn't be happy for the kid. White was a little frustrated with himself over the weekend, and I just told him everything was going to be fine and just to stay positive, and for him to come up and keep his weight back and throw his hands at it, when he was able to hit center field and allowed Hanger to score, that was nice to see. Anytime you can take advantage of a team that can give you an opportunity like that, you want to try and live up to that, because we certainly have been on the other end of that stick last weekend when we were serving up errors, like you said, and Woodland and Twin Rivers were doing the exact same to us. So. It's not really the way you want to chalk it up for a win, but we'll definitely take it.
Well, and one of the things when you look back at this game is didn't have to be a lot of key plays out there, but there was one big key play against Steelville that Colin Haven made in right field. A little humpback liner gets out there. He could have dove for a coach. You might come up with that play. Instead, with runners at first and second, he played it safe, got the ball in a big hop. You got a force out at second. You got a force out at third. The thing is, the guy at first base read that ball well. He was able to get to second. Guy at second base hesitated because he can't see where that ball's going to fall. And the Tigers made a really good play. Colin threw it to second first, then down to third. It's still a force out, but the Tigers used their heads, but Colin played it well, take the bounce, took his time, made a good play. Coach, that just shows a little maturity out there. The Tigers did not panic in that situation, and they got the big out.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's what we expect from our outfield, especially. Like I said, we've got a good group of leadership up there with our seniors in the outfield, and that was just type of play that, like you said, he didn't panic. He seen the situation that the guy at second base was kind of hung up, and the guy at first base was reading it well. Got it in quick to our cutoff, and seen that we had to play at third, and was able to make that out. So yeah, it's very important when you're understanding the game, and you're thinking as a player, as a defender, and I always tell my players this: know where you're going with the ball. As soon as it's hit you, what happens to, what am I going to do when it hits me? Am I going to go second? Am I going to go third? What happens if it's to my right or to my left? So all those things got to play a factor as a defensive player when you're playing baseball, because at any given moment that ball's hit to you, you need to be able to know what you're going to do with it. So, yeah, good play on Colin's part.
Let's talk a little bit about the pitching. Obviously, Garrett Connell and both Mabe, they for Steelville, both had outstanding games, and neither of them deserved to lose. No earned runs in the game. You really shouldn't be losing a game. But let's go back to Garrett's game. Garrett really had a good job of mixing up his pitches, in and out, up and down, off-speed pitches. Really had him guessing a lot, Coach, and didn't throw a wild pitch in the game. When you start talking about high school baseball, curveballs end up in the dirt, bounding away from catchers, giving guys free bags. I thought Garrett's control was very, very much around the plate all the time. Made it easy for Hayden to be able to catch and really control the game, the pace, the off-speed pitches, the fastballs, the location. You couldn't get much better for a first game out on the hump for a kid in his senior year.
Oh no, absolutely, you're correct. Like I said, that's all you can ask for from a starting pitcher is to step up on the hill and take the rock and be able to throw strikes and force the opposing team to put the ball in play and not give them freebies by walking them. And Garrett did a fantastic job of that. I mean, he was nipping the corners, kept the ball down. The strike zone was definitely kind of a shaky, it'd be
floating,
low. Yes, it would be like it'd be a low strike, then all of a sudden you get a high strike, but that's what you tell your pitchers all the time. You can't get hurt by leaving the ball down. You keep the ball outside. You mix your locations. Go inside, go outside, leave it down, and then follow it up with a good off speed. Kind of change their eye level a little bit, get them on the front foot. And Garrett did an outstanding job of that, and Hayden did a great job of calling the game. All the years of the past, I've always done the pitch calling for my pitchers, and I felt that Hayden, I was talking to him, I said, hey, it's time for you to step up a little bit. I'm gonna allow you to kind of control the game a little bit. If you need some advice, I'll help you put on the way. But Hayden did a terrific job calling the game, and Garrett, like I said, he was a master on the hill in that game for sure. And like I said, credit to Steelville. I mean, their pitcher, he did an excellent job. Kept us on our toes, off balance. We still wasn't able to hit the ball like we should. And but Steelville's got a good group. They're going to win some ball games this year. Their coach has got them playing the right way, hard, aggressive, putting the ball in play. And again, anytime you see a 1-0 ball game, it's kind of boring to watch from a fan's perspective because you always like to see that ball fly, But from a coach, it's fun. It's fun and kind of special to watch.
Well, and really, when I look back at the game and Garrett's pitching, he really only made one mistake. He hung a ball for a base hit in the sixth inning. I'm sure you remember that. He had the guy set up, and it looked like he tried to come inside with an off-speed pitch, and the ball just sat there. And give a lot of credit to that kid. He turned on it and just roped it in the left field. Okay, give the guy credit. He saw a pitch he could handle, and he put it into play, got a base hit out of it. But I give Garrett a lot more credit. That didn't bother him a bit. In years past, sometimes he'd give up that hit on a bad pitch like that, and it would play his psyche. This time, it's like, no big deal. I got the next guy.
Right. No, Connell, he has grown and matured so much in the last year or two. Just physically and mentally from the game, he has really taken that next step to being that leader and saying, this is my year. I want my team to do well, and you can see it. You can see the leadership that he's developing with those young kids and with his senior core, and hopefully it can continue because you're got conference baseball coming up here pretty quick, and you want to have a good next week coming up as well. So get a good thing going and try to get that conference to a right start. I'm not overlooking Ellington or Owensville, Potosi, or any of those guys, but ultimately we're trying to gear up for conference too. So to see Garrett mature that he has and be able to step up his game, and young kids see that, they feed off that, and see that he has he's hustling, he's wanting to make that play, he's wanting to be that guy. yeah, it's good to see, and we're looking forward to the season with him pitching on the mound as well.
So Tigers travel down to Ellington, take on the Whippets today, Coach. What can you tell us a little bit about the Ellington team?
Don't know a whole lot yet. We went down, like you said, last weekend to that Whitbat Challenge, where it's located in Ellington. And as we pulled up to the field, Ellington was playing, so I got to watch them a little bit. It was kind of out of hand at the beginning of the game. What they were playing with, they scored quite a few runs, so I believe they subbed in a lot of their bench players early. But I'm going to tell you, from what I can see of Ellington, they're coached right. Their kids hustling off the field. They got good pitching. Their mechanics are sound. They put the ball in play. I mean, if you look back, just, 3 years ago, they're state champions,
right.
2019. So Ellington's always had a good ball program, always fundamentally sound, ready to attack you when needed. So we're going to have to be on our toes today. There's no question about it. We're going to have good pitching, and we're going to have to find a way to manufacture some runs, because as much as you like to see that 1-0 win, you're going to have to score some runs against good teams, and Ellington's definitely a good team.
Who do you have on the hill today, Coach?
I think we're going to start Corbin Barrett. I want to try to get him some looks today. He's due for some pitching. I'm going to try and get him a feel for him. Our little lefty center fielder. We'll see how he feels. Get him some few innings, let him try it out. And if we can get him to go, I don't know. We'll probably see how he feels. I'd like to see him about 60 pitchers or so, and then we'll talk about it from there. I know we got several kids. We got 4 kids that have already been familiar with that area on that mound. That mound was just a little bit higher than what we're used to. But yeah, Corbin Barrett is probably going to start here today, and hopefully we'll score some runs for him today. We'll see what happens.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much for the time, and good luck against the Whippets of Ellington. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Stay tuned. Tiger Baseball. It is next.
You've been listening to Tiger Talk on 1340 KSMO.
And we're back with the second round. What is the only proven winner against both sudden death syndrome and soybean cyst nematodes?
Oh, I know this one.
Go right ahead.
We use this one on our farm. The answer is Illevo seed treatment.
That is correct.
Woo!
And we'll be right back after this commercial break with our final question. Will the right answer still be Illevo seed treatment? Take a wild guess. BASF. We create chemistry. Always read and follow label directions.
Hey, natural gas leaks can be very dangerous if you're not careful.
A tip from your friends at Mango, Missouri's Association of Natural Gas Operators.
If you smell the odor of natural gas, leave it to the professionals to track it down. Don't turn any electrical appliances on or off. Cell phones or light switches can create a dangerous spark. Warn others and leave the building immediately. Make sure you call your gas company from another location.
Learn more natural gas safety tips at mosafegas.com.
It's now time for Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO and KSMO Media. And it's being brought to you by the Salem Memorial District Hospital, K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Willie Strader Agent, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto and Truck Parts, Progressive Ozark Bank, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Town and Country Insurance, the City of Salem, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Your World Today, State Farm Insurance, Cameron Irway Agent, Jadwin and Smith Auto Body, Big Iron Realty, and Magic Herbs. And now, Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO and KSMO Media.
We welcome you to Ellington, Missouri. Stan Stevens bringing Tiger Baseball. Just about ready to get underway for the Whippets of Ellington and the Tigers of Salem. Salem coming in with a 1-2 record. And it will be Corbin Barrett to lead things off against Jake Farmer, the starting hurler for Ellington. He'll be caught by Brock Morey. That's the battery here for the Ellington Whippets. And we'll get to the rest of the defense here as Barrett stands in from the left side right on top of that plate, takes a fastball for a strike. At third base, Evan Weaver. At first base, John Heading. Over at second base, Brett Gore. And at shortstop, Aiden Anderson. Gets the outfield in just a second as Farmer with the 0-1 brings another fastball in. There's a base hit in the left field as Barrett takes it the other way. Fastball up. Barrett singles in the left. And the leadoff batter for the Salem Tigers is on. Out in left field, by the way, is Jacob Henry getting that ball back in. Tyler Hackworth out in right field. And Tucker DeVent out in center. Caden DuBois will stand in. He's playing third base today with the Salem Tigers. Has that open stance. Batting from the right side, facing Jake Farmer. He gets the sign, checks the runner, brings a fastball up and away. Outside ball one. Ellington's field, not symmetrical. It has a shorter left field and right field, and they have it's like a 20-foot high fence out there to accommodate for that shortness. Reachable, but on a day with the wind blowing in, not something you want to try and do. Fastball outside again, 2-0. As we mentioned, the wind blowing directly in on us. You may hear that wind hit our microphone occasionally, as it does blow in directly from the southeast. 2-0 pitch coming to DuBois. That one's outside and low. Try to guide that fastball over, did Farmer, and it's quickly 3-0. Barrett at first base. The field's in pretty decent condition, a little bit damp, but playable. So Barrett that lead off at first base, and again, the base pass will be a little bit slick at times. That fastball all the way off the backstop for ball 4. Hit the fence support here at Ellington, so DuBois gets a walk. The first two have reached for Salem Tigers, and standing in is Garrett Connell. Garrett, who pitched that 2-hit, 1-0 shutout on Monday against Steelville, standing in. Salem Tigers have their Carolina blue jerseys on the bottom, navy blue on the top, and their gray pants. They have some nice-looking jerseys here. The pitch, that's a strike on the outside corner from Farmer to Connell. Connell was taking it all the way. Barrett is second. DuBois over at first. Nobody down. We're in the top of the first inning. They're straight away in the infield. They do play Connell to pull in the outfield. The pitch inside with a fastball. 1-1. Farmer is pretty well stuck with the fastball so far here. He does come three-quarters and then sidearm occasionally. Has a little difficulty. Watched him in warm-ups controlling that sidearm fastball. The pitch outside, there it was. Tried to come mostly sidearm, and that pitch was outside by about a foot. 2-1 the count. Did see him throw a couple of off-speed pitches when he did that, and actually they were pretty nasty. 2-1 count to Connell. Here comes the fastball, a foul straight back. That was right down the middle of the plate. Our situation here at Ellington, we are about 14 feet behind home plate. We get a real good look at the pitchers on top of a, non-regulation mound. This is about 18 inches up. It's not supposed to be more than 11, so a little bit high. There's a fastball just a little bit high. Connell did a good job of checking it. 3-2 the count. Nobody down. Barrett at second base, led off with a base hit to left. DuBois walked. He's at first base. 3-2 count. Will Coach Edwards have these guys running? Farmer looks, checks the sign from Morey, and here it comes. Fastball outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks, and the bases are loaded for Colin Haven. Leadoff single, walk to DuBois, walk to Connell. And Haven will stand in. Colin batting from the right side. Double play depth at second and short. Even with the bag at third and first, maybe a step in front of the bag at first base. They do play Haven to pull. That fastball's outside. They give him right center. Not very deep in center or in left. A little bit deeper in right is Hackworth. The 1-0 coming home. A little bit low inside and 2-0. Farmer now trying to guide those pitches. That one was just a get-me-over fastball, but it stayed low and inside. Jake checks, brings that one outside, gets away. Barrett thinking about coming home as he got past Morey. Not a lot of room behind the plate here at Ellington. As I mentioned, we're about 14 feet away, and that's about right where the screen is. So you got to run 90 feet. A catcher's got to run 10. Sounds like a mathematical situation, but you think about it, your chance of getting there not as good as him getting the ball there first. There's a fastball for a strike on 3-0. Haven taking all the way. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Top of the first inning. Salem and Ellington. Farmer, the sign from Morey, looks, brings it. It's inside, ball 4. And the Tigers take a 1-0 lead on 3 straight walks by Jake Farmer. It is a cool afternoon here at Ellington, and the wind is blowing directly in. So an RBI for Haven. Only one at bat so far in this first inning. That was Barrett. A fastball inside on Jimmy Barton. He had to back away from that one. So now Barrett has crossed the plate. Du Bois at third. Connell at second. Haven at first base. Farmer working from the stretch. The sign. Brings it. That's a fastball right down the middle. Tiger player, Jimmy Barton, taking it all the way as Farmer struggling with that control. Back in Barton. Ready as Farmer. The 1-1 comes in. That's a strike on the outside corner, and Barton finds himself in a hole. Still in at first and third. Double play depth at second and short. Jake Farmer, ready. The 1-2 to Jimmy Barton. Here it comes. And a foul off to the right side. Another fastball. Right behind us is the rodeo area, which has about a foot of water in it. But the baseball field, pretty dry. Couple of spots on the side, but that's it. 1-2 the count to Barton. Here comes. Fastball high. Went down to that sidearm fastball. Got it up in the eyes of Barton. He did not cut at it. Bases loaded. 1 run in. 2-2 the count on Jimmy Barton. Farmer brings it home. There's a tap, and that is in front of the plate, and that is a foul ball. Foul ball. Ball is right down the third base line on the chalk and trickled foul. Catcher Brock Morey picked it up. Then heard the umpire yell. He started to go back and step on the plate for a force out. But he had already called foul ball. 2-2 the count. Still nobody out here in the first inning and a run already home. From the stretch, Farmer. He looks, checks, brings it. Fastball outside, 3-2. On deck is Trey Richter. Short leads for all the Tigers at all the bases. They are full. Du Bois at third, Connell at second, Haven at first, and Barton ready. Swings and misses. He struck him out. Low fastball. Jimmy went right through it. Good cut, but did not come up with it. First strikeout for Farmer. And Trey Richter will stand in. Trey, left-handed batter, versus the right-hander Jake Farmer. Corbin Barrett, a left-handed batter, led off with a single past the third baseman. Pitch comes in. That's a strike right on the inside edge. Good pitch. Tied up Trey Richter. That would have hit him right on the hands on this cold afternoon. He elected not to do that. Bases loaded, 1 out. The pitch to Richter, way outside, 1-1. Farmer has not exclusively thrown fastballs, but for the most part, he has. He's thrown a couple of off-speed, well, just say straight changes, but here it comes in the dirt. 2-1. Play Richter straight away. Give him a little bit of the left side on the infield, cheating up the middle, looking for 2. The 2-1, outside, ball 3. 3-1 to count. Du Bois at third base, getting a short lead. Connell at second, a little bit bigger lead. And Haven at first with the safe lead for the first baseman in front of the bag. The 3-1 pitch comes in. Strike on the outside edge, 3-2. Richter took it. Tigers trying to get more than 1. First 4 reached, bringing in a run. Barton struck out in a pitch. top foul, and that goes out of play by Treylon Richter. Lefty will get back in. They've got Diamond Dry in the batter's boxes and where the catcher stands, as well as on the pitching mound and around the bases. Otherwise, the field is in really good shape. The 3-2 pitch comes in. That's high, ball 4, and it's 2-0. Salem Tigers on the RBI walk by Treylon Richter. Du Bois crosses the plate. Connell will make his way to third base, and Haven will mosey on down to second. And Isaac Westerman will stand in. Westerman, the DH today. The pitch comes in. That's way high. Batting for Hayden Sanders, who kind of tweaked his back a bit in that game at Steelville. 1 down, 2 runs in for Salem here at the top of the first. The pitch, that's low, 2-0. Whippets have gray pants, orange jerseys with black trim on the shoulder caps and down the arm, and white and black numbers, as well as letters. The pitch, right down the middle, 2-1. Westerman, the DH today, played second base on Monday against Steelville. Not very deep for Westerman. 2-1 pitch comes in. Inside, ball 3. Just 1 out. Base is still loaded. Connell dancing off third base. Haven at second. Richter at first. A 3-1 to Westerman. That's a strike on the inside corner. Isaac was taking it all the way. Gets back in. 3-2 count. 1 down. Farmer looks in. Ready. Here comes. Strike 3 call. Isaac took it. Never got the bat off his shoulder. That pitch was out over the plate. A good pitch to hit. And he just must have thought it was outside, but that was a good 2 inches off the edge. He's called out on strikes. 2 strikeouts for Farmer. And Wyatt Martin stands in. He had the only RBI against Steelville in the game, and he takes a strike on the outside edge. Wyatt drilled one to center field. It was enough to bring home Brendan Hanger with the only run in that game against Steelville. The pitch to Martin, a swing and a miss. A little tailing action there by Farmer. It was tailing away from Martin. Wyatt quickly in the hole, 0-2. Bases loaded. 2 runs in for Salem. Trying to add to it. Martin trying to check his swing, and he did. According to the umpire at second base, they asked for the appeal. Ball was up in the eyes of Wyatt, and he checked that swing. 1-2 the count. 2 down, first inning. 2-0 Salem. Pitch from Farmer. That's high again, 2-2. Bronson Crocker's on deck if Martin can keep it going here in the first inning. Play him straight away. The 2-2 pitch from Farmer. Here it comes. Strike 3 call. The ball a little bit low and inside, but right there on the edge. And Martin took it. He's called out on strikes. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Farmer, but the Salem Tigers take advantage of 4 walks to score 2 runs. So 2 runs, 4 walks, 1 hit, 3 left. We've now played a full half inning. Salem Tigers have a 2-0 lead over Ellington. We'll come back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
There's a lot to do at the newly renovated Salem City Park. Headlining the activities is the totally rejuvenated Alice Lou Craig Municipal Pool that offers visitors and residents of all ages a full day of fun. The park also includes a brand new splash pad adjacent to Billy's Playground, Salem's new all-accessible playground where children with different abilities can play together. The park has numerous ball fields as well as pavilions that are available to rent for private outings. For more information about the Salem City Park, visit the Salem Park and Recreation Facebook page online.
We welcome you back to Ellington, Missouri. 2-0 Salem Tigers. Corbin Barrett on that hill, and you can tell he's not used to that tall of pitching area. As again, we mentioned that's about 18 inches tall at the peak. And most mounds today in high school are no more than 12 inches. So that's a huge difference when you're looking down. Barrett will have to adjust to it. That's just part of the way it is in high school ball. So the lefty will get his first start of the year. Been playing center field. This is actually his first pitching appearance this year as well. Corbin's going to have to really adjust to that mound because everything he's throwing right now is in the dirt. And Hayden Sanders is getting eaten up here behind the plate. The umpires are allowing the pitchers to take a few extra tosses here because of, first off, the dampness and getting used to that hill, but also the cold weather, trying to get those arms warmed up a little bit. So let's give you the infield setup for the Salem Tigers. It'll be Caden DuBois at third base, Garrett Connell at short, over at first base, Wyatt Martin, and Trevathan Richter at second base. Out in the outfield, Colin Haven will patrol right field. In center field, Jimmy Barton and Bronson Crocker out in left. Doing the catching today, Hayden Sanders, and it is Corbin Barrett on the hill for the Salem Tigers. He'll face Tucker DeMent. Ben will stand in from the left side. Stocky young lad. Ready to face Corbin Barrett. The Whippets were the state champions back in 2019. DeMent stands in. Barrett brings it in. There's a strike on the first pitch. Good fastball. Salem with 2 in the first inning. On only 1 hit, but 4 walks surrendered by Jake Farmer. As the pitch comes in, DeMent skies one fouled on the left field line. Goes out of play. Quickly 0-2. Tucker DeMent playing center field today for the Whippets. He gets back in. Centers himself in the left-handed batter's box and waits. And the pitch from Barrett comes home. A ground ball towards second. Richter has it, bobbles it, gets it, throws it, got it. 1 out. Ball hit well by DeMent, right on the ground. And as I mentioned, the infield in pretty good shape with all the rain we've had, so it's flattened out. It is an all-dirt infield here, by the way, at Ellington. And Jake Farmer will stand in. Farmer wears number 29. Bats from the right side, edges up on the plate. Barrett's first pitch to Farmer comes in. It's low in the dirt. Try to take something off there. 1-0. Hayden Sanders doing the catching. Called a great game with Garrett Connell on the mound. In the last one against Steelville, Garrett did not throw a wild pitch. It was a very good job done by Hayden behind the plate. Pitch comes in, a foul off to the right side. That was a fastball right down the middle. Farmer, tall right-handed batter. 1-1 to count, 1 down. First inning, 2-0 Salem. Cold afternoon here in Ellington, and the crowd is bundled up. The 1-1 comes home. That's high with a curve. 2-1. I'm sure it'll take a little while for Corbin to get adjusted to that hill. He keeps climbing up there, and that's halfway up his knees when he's off the hill. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner with a fastball. Good pitch. Right there on the black. Umpire's been very fair with that call on both sides. 2-2 the count. Bottom of the first inning here in Ellington. And the 2-2 coming home. Curveball and a tapper off his foot. It's foul. And Farmer will check back in as Du Bois throws it across. A lot of guys with their hoodies on can't hear the umpire. And they just follow through with the play. Didn't know that ball was foul. Two the count. Barrett ready. Looks, checks, brings it home. There's a ground ball foul down the third base line. New ball thrown in. As coach of the Whippets will retrieve that ball. Barrett's ready. The 2-2 coming home, and a check swing in the dirt. And did he call a strike or not? I'm not sure. To throw to first base, he's going to get past the first baseman and down the right field line. I still haven't seen him call a strike yet. And on the way to third base, the throw over there is high and over the head of Du Bois. And Farmer's all the way at third base on 2 errors by the Salem Tigers. Farmer lost his balance going around second base. Salem had him dead to rights, but Richter's throw over the head of Du Bois. Oh. The umpire, Coach Edwards, is asking. Well, the umpire at home did not call it. Base umpire is going to call, but he never made a motion. You've got to make a motion. But either the home place umpire has got to make the call. Strike or ball. He can't wait for the appeal when the ball gets away. Pitch comes in. It's a little bit high. Ball 1 to Tyler Hackworth. So Farmer strikes out, but is on third base on 2 errors. One by the catcher, Hayden Sanders, the other by Traylon Richter. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball to Hackworth, 1-1 to count. So Farmer strikes out, goes to first base, gets that bag on the short throw by Sanders that got by Wyatt Martin, and then Richter threw the ball over the head of Du Bois that allowed Farmer to reach third. Pitch in the dirt, knocked down by Sanders there. 2-1 to count. A little bit of rain coming down now. Had sprinkles off and on already for about the last 45 minutes to an hour here at Ellington. We assume that's going to continue through the rest of this game. 2-1 pitch comes home. That's a strike on the outside corner, 2-2. Salem leading at 2-0. Farmer at third with 1 down. Hackworth, their right fielder, at the plate. Corbin Barrett on the hill for the Salem Tigers. Sign from Hayden Sanders. He looks, the lefty from the stretch, brings it. Curveball inside. Hackworth held back, 3-2. Tried to get him to chase that ball cutting in on his hands, and Hackworth held back. John Hetty is next. 3-2 the count. The pitch coming home, and a swing and a foul tip at the plate. Ball is on the inside edge, about knee-high. Hackworth able to foul that one off. He gets back in. Right in and batter. Deep in the box, up on that plate. 3-2 the count. 1 down. Runner at third base. Barrett brings it. And line drive into center field. That's a base hit, and a run's going to score. And going to get back in for the Salem Tigers is Jimmy Barton. Barton almost played that one too nonchalantly. And now the runner going to second base. The throw by Sanders, and he is out. So Barton's throw to the infield got away, and Hackworth after driving in the run, thrown out 8-2-5 on the putout. I'm sorry, 8-2-6 on the putout. After Farmer comes in to make it a 2-1 ball game. So the RBI by Hackworth. So John Hetty stands in, playing first base today. That ball was ripped by Hackworth, and Barton played a little nonchalant in center field. That ball almost skipped right by him, but he's able to field it. But then his throw in, probably a very slick ball out there with it being a little bit damp. Got over the head of Richter. And there's a pop-up straight up in the air back and over top of the pavilion here. And it's 0-1. Then Sanders got the ball in front of the plate, took his time. Good throw to second base, to tag by Connell for the out. A 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning, 2-1, Salem on top, and the pitch to Hetty coming home. Curveball, he fouled that one at the plate, out in front. Corbin left that one up a little bit, but Hetty out in front of that. Evan Weaver on deck as Hetty gets back in. 0-2 the count, 2 down for Corbin Barrett. The sign from Sanders is ready, and the pitch coming home. And a pop-up again on a fastball inside. It goes back over top of the pavilion. First inning action here from Ellington. Salem will be home to face Owensville on Monday. The Dutchman will come to town, and then the Salem Tigers will be a Licking on Tuesday for a game that starts at 5 o'clock, and a curveball in the dirt. Good patience by Hetty, watching that one in all the way. 1-2. Tigers straight away for this hitter, infield and outfield. As the 1-2 pitch comes in from Barrett. Curveball, strike 3 call. Hetty could not pull the trigger on the slow curve. Second strikeout in the game for Barrett, but the Whippets do score 1 run. They do so on 1 hit, 2 errors, and there was nobody left. We have now played 1 full inning here in Ellington. 2-1 Salem. Will come back in 1 minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
It's that time of the year to get your taxes done, and if you're not sure where to take them to Tax Masters at 107 West 4th Street in downtown Salem. Tax Masters can handle all of your certified e-filing, and they also do accounting services, bookkeeping, and payroll. Give Tax Masters a call today at 729-3001 or stop by 107 West 4th Street in downtown Salem, and don't be a slave to the IRS.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan, or can't afford to go away to college, or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact Admissions Counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem Campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
Welcome back to Ellington. Stan Stevens with you here on KSMO Media, bringing you Tiger Sports. Lady Tigers game today with with Stoutland in Salem was postponed due to wet grounds. Salem was still getting pretty heavy sprinkles at times, and that field was pretty well saturated, so no game today. Lady Tigers will be in the Mountain Grove tournament. They are scheduled to play tomorrow as well. I do not have a schedule with me, but they are to play tomorrow, and then Mountain Grove on Saturday. Mountain Grove looks like a good possibility. Not sure about tomorrow yet, with some pretty wet ground still around the area. So Bronson Crocker leads it off. He takes a ball in the dirt. Ball 1 to start the second inning. Straight away everywhere for the Whippets. Pitch coming to Crocker. That's a strike on the outside edge. Jake Farmer on the hill. Struggled that first inning with his control. Gave up 4 walks, but did strike out all 3 outs in the inning. The pitch, fastball outside, 2-1. Dropped down, did that one sidearm. Ball sailed across the plate, but tailed away. Next one, outside. 3-1 to count. Farmer signed from Moray and brings it. Fastball, that's outside. And a leadoff walk to Bronson Crocker. 5th walk in the game for the Whippet Hurler. And Corbin Barrett, who has the only Tiger hit, stands in. He led off the game. Second pitch of the game with a base hit to left field past Evan Weaver at third base. Farmer checks the runner at first. The pitch. That's a strike to Barrett. Coach Edwards barking out the signs. Big hole on the right side. If Corbin can turn on it. Play in at third and at first. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner again. Corbin took it. That ball was shoulder high. Fairly shallow in center and left for Corbin. Left-handed batter waits. The 0-2 pitch from Jake Farmer on the way. Way high with a curve. See the spin on that ball. But it is right about helmet size for Corbin Barrett. He waits. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Runner going to second base. And he is safe as he trips over the bag. Crocker goes back to it. Tried to slide, couldn't. And then he kind of fell over the bag as the throw is a little bit short. So Crocker the stolen base as Corbin Barrett goes down on strikes. 4th strikeout for Farmer, and in stands Caden DuBois. DuBois earned a walk, scored a run back in that first inning. The pitch comes home outside and low, ball 1. One and 0 the count. DuBois waits, wiggles that bat. That pitch is outside again, 2-0. Big hole on the right side as the second baseman, Brett Gore, trying to keep the runner Crocker close at second base. The pitch outside again and low, 3-0. Farmer again continues to sometimes drop that arm down, and that ball has not been a strike consistently from that position. 3-0 count. Pitch. That's a strike. Crocker at second base. Farmer, the sign. The pitch. Here's a line drive in the left. That's a base hit. And getting the third base and holding up there will be Crocker as DuBois got a hanger in his eyes, and he ripped that ball in the left field. Crocker at third now with one out for Garrett Connell, and DuBois will be at first base. Farmer left that off-speed pitch just up in the eyes of Cade DuBois. Looked like he tried to throw him the curve. It looked like it just hung there, maybe a slider. Caden didn't wait too long on it. He turned and ripped that ball. One hopped it to the left fielder, Jacob Henry. Pitch to Connell, right down the middle with a fastball. Garrett 1 for 3 against Steelville the other night. Robbed of a hit in right field on a good play by their right fielder. Runner going, the pitch to strike, the throw to second base, not in time as Crocker stays at third, so DuBois adds second with a stolen base. Connell an 0-2 count has 2 runners out there in scoring position. Just one out, Colin Haven on deck. Bring the infield even in the baseline all the way around. The pitch to Connell, and there's a tapper in the hole, taken there by the third baseman. The throw comes home, and he is out at home. Well, Crocker tried to come home on a ground ball, was probably on a go on hit on contact. So Connell reaches on the fielder's choice to boys down to third base. Let the runner out at home. Play goes 5-2. Crocker looked back. You don't do that on contact. You just keep going. But he looked back. Runner going right now, and there's a ground ball up the middle off the pitcher's mound to the second baseman. A throw to first base is in time to retire Haven. So Collin hit the ball hard. It hit the pitcher's mound, which slowed it down and gave Brett Gore time to get it and throw out Haven, and the Tigers do not score. A walk, a base hit, 2 left. We've now played an inning and a half, so we go to the bottom of the second inning. 2-1 Salem, back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
At K&H Auto Supply in Salem, pick up a Power Torque 5-piece double box and wrench set for $23.99, a Schumacher 6-amp automatic battery charger for $55.99, and Mechanics Wear Fast Fit gloves, only $13.99 a pair. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City, yeah, Parts City, Parts City.
Hi, Carrie Patton here from Town & Country Bank. We've got all the perks of a national bank, like online banking, quick loan approval, and you can even deposit your check from your phone. That's not why our customers love us, though. They love us because we still offer hometown customer service. Stop by one of our area locations and let our friendly team remind you how special hometown banking can be. Smart, friendly solutions. Town & Country Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We go to the second inning. It will be Evan Weaver, Aiden Anderson, and Brett Gore for the Whippets here in the second. 2-1 Salem Tigers got both of their runs in the first inning on walks, as a matter of fact. Base hit by Barrett, and a walk to Caden DuBois, a walk to Garrett Connell, an RBI walk to Colin Haven, and an RBI walk after one out to Trey Richter. 2-1 the score. Anderson, their shortstop, will get up on deck after Evan Weaver stands in. He's already at the plate. Evan Weaver standing in. Back foot right on that line, deep in the right-handed batter's box. The pitch comes to him. That's a strike on the outside edge. Corbin Barrett on the hill for the Salem Tigers. Hayden Sanders doing the catching. One strike. Pitch comes into him. There's a high fly ball down the left field line. Chasing it is DuBois, also coming over and not being able to get to it up along the fence was Bronson Crocker. The wind blowing in, that ball blowing a little bit away from Crocker, but the ball fell in the field of play, but right up against the fence. Looks like about 20 feet in foul territory here down the left field line. A little bit less than that down the right field line, maybe about 15. But no chance for Crocker really to get there. The 0-2 comes home from Barrett, a curveball and a tap foul off the foot of Weaver, and that's going to sting on this cold day. And he's trying to walk it off. Umpire Asby's okay. Got a grin on his face. He is fine. 0-2 the count. Got on top of that breaking pitch by Barrett and followed it right down into his foot. The 0-2 pitch from Barrett. Here it comes, and it's in the dirt again with a curve. Goes right through Sanders and back to the backstop. One and two. Leadoff man, Evan Weaver. Barrett, the sign from Sanders. He's ready. And the 1-2 coming home. Here it is, and it's a fastball and a foul off to the right side this time. Over toward the rodeo grounds. Didn't quite make it in there, so that ball will stay dry. Still 1-2 as Anderson is on deck. Weaver back in. Barrett looks in. He's ready. Tigers straightaway everywhere for this hitter. And the 1-2 comes home. Fastball, another pop-up foul right side. It's going to be right in the same place. They don't go anywhere. And that one did hit the hill and kind of ricocheted down toward the rodeo grounds and made it in there. Didn't quite get to the water, though. Still 1-2. Well, these balls already, the whiteness shows for about 4 or 5 hits, and then it's already brown. And the 1-2 pitch coming home. Here it is. Curveball. That's high. 2-2. Barrett trying to backdoor Evan Weaver. Ball stayed up and away. 2-2 to count. Second inning action. 2-1 Salem on top, and the 2-2 pitch. And a high pop-up. That will go out of play over the pavilion. Weaver is hanging tough against Corbin Barrett, making him throw a lot of pitches. And you know, in high school, there are pitch counts. They're only allowed to throw so many pitches. Coach Edwards wanted to try and get maybe 60 out of Corbin today. Well, 5 of those for Weaver have already been fouls. And it's a 2-2 count. A pitch by Barrett coming home in the dirt. It's 3-2. Weaver gets back in. Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the second inning. 3-2 count. He has worked it from an 0-2 count now to 3-2. And the pitch from Barrett just outside, ball 4. And Weaver earns a leadoff walk here in the second inning. Anderson will stand in. Where's number 8? Tigers cheat up the middle a little bit for a double play with Weaver at first base. Barrett, the lefty, brings it in. A swing and a miss. Anderson will get back in. The 0-1 count. Brings it high. 1-1. We're in the second inning, 2-1 Salem. That pitch, a little bit up and away, 2-1. Corbin Barrett looks at the runner at first base. That's Evan Weaver. Fairly short lead, held on there by Wyatt Martin. And the 2-1 coming to Anderson. Here it is, way high, gets away from Sanders and down to second base. Will go Weaver. Hayden missed that one. That's a pass ball. That ball's up and away, and he just missed it. Got a glove on it, but couldn't bring it down. Now it's 3-1 to count. Runner now at second base on the pass ball. Barrett checks the runner at second. That's the tying run. The pitch, a swing and a miss. 3-2. Brett Gore on deck. Nobody down here. Bottom of the second inning. 2-1 Salem. Barrett looks around. Brings it. And a line fly ball to center field. Back goes Barton. Back goes Barton. He's there. Makes the catch. Runner tags and goes to third base. Barton just gets it back in. So Weaver now the tying run at third after the fly out to Barton. And they doubled him up. He left too early, and they doubled him up. Tigers step on second base, so it becomes a double play. So Aiden Anderson a little bit too early off that bag, and so the double play goes 8-6. Tigers, I don't know if they got yelled from the bench to step on the bag. They did, and they punched him out. And there's a high foul off the Brett Gore bat that goes way up into the quagmire out there in the rodeo. There's a street between the baseball field and the rodeo grounds here at Ellington, and seen already quite a few foul balls head into that direction. So 2 down here in the second. 1 strike on Gore, and the pitch from Barrett. Swing and a miss. Great curveball there. Tied up Gore. 0-2. That's his best curve today. So Barton went back on that fly ball, made the catch, threw it in to Connell, who was going to get it back to Barrett. And then he went and stepped on second, and the double play resulted as the runner left too soon. Curveball, and down goes Gore. Nice pitch by Barrett. He took a little bit of something off on that one. Third strikeout for Corbin Barrett, and the Whippets do not score in the second. No runs, a walk, a double play. Nobody left. We've now played 2-1 Salem. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
The Salem Memorial District Hospital Radiology Department strives to stay at the forefront of technology through high-quality diagnostic imaging tools such as CT scans, MRIs, X-rays, nuclear medicine, DEXA scans, 3D mammographies, ultrasound, and more. Many services are offered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week through the emergency room, while other services are offered through outpatient services Monday through Friday. To find out more about the Radiology Department, contact me, Bobby Sullins, at 729-6626. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
As we get ready to go to the third inning, it'll be Jimmy Barton to lead things off, Traven Richter, and then Isaac Westerman. 2-1, Salem on top. Tigers will be home to take on the Owensville Dutchman Monday, 4:30 start time. We'll have that on KSMO Radio, AM and FM, as well as on our KSMO media streams on Twitch, Facebook, as well as on YouTube. We hope you'll be there for that one. And then Tuesday, we'll be at Licking to take on the Wildcats. Now, that game time has been moved to 5 o'clock. So you plan on going to that one. 5 o'clock start time for the varsity at Licking on Tuesday afternoon. Again, that game will be on KSMO. Now, Jake Farmer back to the hill. As we mentioned, Jimmy Barton will stand in. He's struck out with the bases loaded. Back in the first inning. The pitch comes into him, and there's a fastball for a strike. Barton, right-handed batter. Made a nice play in center to go back on that ball very calmly. Now, swing and a miss. Had a good cut at that fastball over the inner half of the plate. Jimmy just missed it. Bottom line, just missed it. Sometimes that happens. Quickly 0-2. Farmer looks, checks, brings it. A foul at the plate. Straight away for Barton. Somewhat deep in center and in left. Right fielder playing about straight away. The 0-2 pitch from Farmer. Here comes. Curveball, strike 3 call. He had Jimmy fooled. Couldn't move, and he's called out on strikes, and that is strikeout number 5 for Farmer. Traven Richter stands in. He walked and drove in a run back in the first inning. Richter wears number 29, playing second base today. Played shortstop against Steelville on Monday. The pitch tries to bunt. That ball does, but it's going to be caught there by the catcher, Brock Morey. It was a pitch up. He tried to get it down, but he could not get the ball on the ground as the bat stayed underneath the ball. And a pop out to the catcher, Morey, for the second out. And Isaac Westerman will stand in. 2 quick outs here in the third inning. Westerman was called out on strikes with the bases loaded back in the first. That pitch is high, ball 1. Winds have died down some. Rain is still every now and then, just sporadic. The pitch, it's a little bit high as well, 2-0. Isaac wears number 3, stands in from the right side. Pitch comes home. Another fastball that's up and in by Farmer. He wanted that call, didn't get it. Just a little bit high, according to the umpire. in a bit and center in and left now for Westerman as the 3-0 comes in. Strike on the way inside corner that time. Ball a little bit off the plate. Kind of that 3-0 automatic strike. Next one to Westerman. That's a good fastball on the inside corner. Isaac hasn't swung the bat yet. Took all three in his first at bat. He's taken the first two strikes. It's 3-2. The pitch, way high, ball 4, and Westerman earns a 2-out walk. And Wyatt Martin will stand in. Wyatt playing first base. Stands in for the left side. Farmer checks, brings it home, up and in to Martin. Fastball coming up underneath his chin. Bronson Crocker on deck if Wyatt can keep it going. 2 down here in the third. 2-1, Salem. Runner first base, 2 down. The pitch, swing and a miss on a ball tailing away from Wyatt. Farmer did that to him in the first inning. Had him chasing that pitch. Looks good, but it keeps breaking away, and it eludes the bat. 1-1 to count. Next one comes in. There's a good swing and miss. Good pitch by Farmer. Good swing by Martin. Farmer won that battle. See if Wyatt can get one to his liking here. 1-2 the count. 2 down. The pitch comes home. That's high. 2-2. Westerman dancing around at first base. Trying to get John Hetty off his position. Farmer working quickly with a 2-2 count. Brings it home. And a swing and a miss. Another tailing fastball. And Martin can't catch up with it. He strikes out for the second time. 6th strikeout for Farmer in the game. And the Tigers leave 1. No runs, no hits. A walk, 1 left. We've now played 2.5. To the bottom of the third we go. Salem Tigers 2. And the Whippets of Ellington 1. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Have you checked out the Country Mart website at www.tcmarkets.com? If not, you really need to. You'll find their weekly specials, coupons, inside the store information, and also tasty recipes from TC Markets on there as well. Plus, don't forget to like Country Mart's Facebook page. Like or comment on it for a chance to win something from the deli, and the winner will be announced on Wednesday each week. Just another reason to shop at Country Mart in Salem. In a world where everything is digital, your payments should be too. Time is precious. Digital payments provide a quick and simple way to make secure purchases. The Bank of Salem recognizes the need for digital payment convenience and is excited for you to enjoy a new way to pay. We now support Apple Pay, Google Pay, Fitbit, Garmin, and MasterPass. To enroll, call or stop by either Bank of Salem location today and let us help make your shopping experience easier. Message and data rates may apply. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
To the bottom of the third we go. Brock Morey will lead things off, followed by Jacob Henry at the top of the order for the Whippets. Corbin Barrett on the mound, still with the Salem Tigers. Pitched out of a jam back in that second inning after a leadoff walk, a double play on a fly ball to center as Evan Weaver, did not wait for the catch to be made and left the bag a little bit early. He got caught, and a double play resulted. So Morey, their catcher, will lead things off, followed by the left fielder, Jacob Henry. Morey wears number 3. He'll stand in. Whippers have some pretty big kids, but their catcher is probably their slightest build of all, but he's very nimble behind the plate, I will say that. Usually your catcher kind of a stocky kid. This kid's kind of skinny and about 5'4", 5'5", not very big at all, but does the job for him. That's what it's all about. So Morey stands in, takes the first one outside and high, ball 1. Third inning action here in Ellington. Non-conference play between these two teams. Pitched down and low, 2-0 for Corbin Barrett. Corbin has given up a hit and a walk. He has struck out 3 in the game as we enter this third inning. Pitch to Morey coming in. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Wind has picked back up now here in Ellington, blowing directly in, right into our face. 2-1 pitch coming home. Fastball outside. 3-1. Well, he might come back with the curve as Morey was really fooled by that, but he didn't. He came back with a fastball on the outside edge, but missed. And the 3-1 pitch coming home. Swing and a miss. Straight fastball down the middle. 3-2. Hit me if you can. Morey did not make connections. 3-2 count. Nobody down here in the third inning as the pitch comes in. Swing and a foul straight back. Morey waits. Sanders gives the sign now to Corbin Barrett. He's ready with the nod, and the 3-2 pitch to Morey comes home, and a pop-up foul and out of play off to the right side. Pitch was right on the outside edge. Morey reached across, fouled it back. Nobody down. Leadoff man Brock Morey waits. The pitch comes home. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The fastball by Corbin Barrett, and leadoff man down on strikes, his fourth strikeout. And Jacob Henry will stand in. Henry playing left field today. Where's number 23? He'll stand in from the right side. Left-hander Corbin Barrett back up on that tall pitching mound here at Ellington. Pitch coming in. That's outside off the glove of Sanders. Jacob Henry, the left fielder for the Whippets. Batting in the number 9 slot. Sign from Sanders. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Tailing fastball. Henry did not make connections. Tucker Dement is on deck. 1-1 to count, one down. We're in the bottom of the third inning on a cloudy, overcast, misty afternoon. The pitch, curveball, smash in the left center field, going back and off the glove of Crocker. Making it into second base is Henry. Crocker had it, dropped it. Ball was hit well, but should have been an out. Crocker got a good jump on it, got right there. The ball in his glove, came out. And ending up at second base is Jacob Henry. So Dement stands in. He grounded out to second his first time up. Strong left-handed batter against Corbin Barrett. So a runner at second, a tying run now at second base on the error. As Barrett try and pitch around that error. The pitch comes in, a fastball low and away. The 1-0 coming in. There's a high fly ball to left field. Going back is Crocker, and the ball is foul. The wind, to mention, not a big play, but that ball kept drifting away from Bronson. Remember that short left field perch down there, and Dement took a shot at it, but the wind blowing in just blew that ball foul. Did not leave the ballpark, but it was about within 10 feet of the fence. 1-1 to count. Dement waits on the left side. Barrett brings it just outside. Just missed. 2-1. Runner at second base. That's Henry. Reached on the error by Crocker out of left field on the line drive. Pitch comes in. It hit the helmet of Dement. Ball up and in. He was leaning in, and Dement gets hit by a pitch. So now runners at first and second with one out for Jake Farmer. A little bit more rain coming down here again at Ellington. As we mentioned, that wind blowing blows right in on us with that rain. Pitch coming into Farmer, and that one is just outside, ball one from Barrett. At second base, Henry. At first base, Dement. One down. 2-1, Salem Tigers. Bottom of the third inning. Tucker Dement waits. Jake Farmer waits. The pitch and a foul straight back. 1-1 to count. One down. Farmer struck out his first time, but reached first on an error. Actually went to third on two errors. And scored the only run on a base hit by Tyler Hackworth. 1-1 to Farmer. Here comes. Curveball just outside low. Corbin Barrett wanted that call, didn't get it. 2-1. Good pitch, just missed. Just about 2 inches too far outside. The pitch. Foul off to the right side with a fastball. Tailing in on Jake Farmer, and it's 2-2. 1 down. Third inning, 2-1 Salem. Tying run at second. Lead run at first for the Whippets. Barrett, the sign from Sanders. The 2-2 to Farmer. Here it comes. Low in the dirt. Gets right through the legs of Sanders, and both runners will move up on the wild pitch. Hayden did not get down on that ball and went right between the wickets, back to the fence, and then hit one of the supports and bounded toward the Whippet dugout. So now the tying run is at third. The lead run is at second. It's a 3-2 count on Farmer. Barrett looks, checks, brings it home, and there's a ball fouled at the plate, right at the feet of Farmer. Good pitch by Barrett, and Farmer just got the end of the bat on it. Three-two count, still one down. Really needs a strikeout here, and the pitch just outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Tyler Hackworth. So an error opening the gates here on the fly ball, actually more of a line drive in the left field, but Crocker was there and then got the glove on it and dropped it. And that allowed Henry to get to second base. And then the hit by pitch at Dement. Now the walk to Farmer. And the bases are loaded with one out for Tyler Hackworth. Hackworth singled his first time to center field. Tigers' entire infield out there with Coach Edwards. Talking about the situation here. Salem with a 2-1 lead. Both runs coming in the first inning. After leadoff single by Corbin Barrett, a walk to Du Bois, a walk to Connell, a walk to Haven, brought in the first run. After Jimmy Barton struck out, Trayden Richter walked to make it 2-0 in the first inning. After Dement grounded out, Farmer struck out but reached first on a wild pitch. And then Hayden Sanders threw low to first base, got by Wyatt Martin, and then Trayden Richter threw the ball over the head of Caden Du Bois at third to allow Farmer to reach there. After Farmer had slipped going around second base, and he scored on the base hit. But then Hackworth, as the ball is overthrown coming in the infield, was out trying to advance. 8-2-6. He's at the plate. Bases loaded. One out. 2-1 Salem. Tigers on the infield, actually, well, right at the baseline. They're kind of halfway. I won't say they're in. They're halfway. We're behind the plate, so our perspective of where they are on the field a little bit tainted because the umpire's, like 8 feet in front of me. And we are floor level. Foul by Hackworth. Barrett brings it. It's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Eddie's on deck. Hackworth gets back in. Right-handed batter deep in that box. Bases loaded, one out in the 0-2 from Barrett. Here it comes in the dirt. Gets by Sanders, doesn't know where it is. Able to locate it, as we mentioned. Not a lot of room behind home plate here, so no way that Henry's going to try and come home on that one. 1-2 the count. See if Barrett tries that curveball. 1-2 on Hackworth. No place to put this guy. And the pitch. That curveball in the dirt. Nice play by Sanders to knock it down. Didn't really push that curveball to get over the plate, and Sanders I don't believe wearing some of the necessary equipment that he should be. Young guys think that that's not necessary equipment, and trust me, it really is. And so he's in some agony right now, trying to catch his wind, I'll tell you that much. Umpire gives him a little time as he goes out there to talk to the pitcher. And they did a great job of blocking that ball, or that ball would have gone up the third base line and the game would have been tied. 2-1 our score right now. Hayden trying to catch his breath. Coach Edwards out there with this young man. A 2-2 the count. Hayden stays in the game. Tyler Hackworth looked back, smiled at him. Virtually everybody's been there one time or another. 2-2 the count. One down. Hackworth waits. The pitch from Barrett. Fastball inside. 3-2. Eddie on deck. 2-1 Salem. Third inning action. An error opened this opportunity for the Whippets. And the 3-2 pitch coming home. And a high fly ball, very shallow center field. Coming in is Barton, and he dropped the ball. The throw is coming home, and it's into the fence. That allows the run to score, so Barton drops it. The throw by Richter off the fence. The Tigers had to force it any base and did not get an out. So 2 errors on the play. The error by the center fielder allows Hackworth to score. The error by Richter allows Henry to tie it. That throw was 15 feet up the fence. I know the ball's wet. You got to keep it in play. Ground ball to second. Out at second base. A run scores as Du Bois gets the runner going from first to second on the grounder by Hetty. But the Whippets take the lead 3-2 as coming across the plate was Tucker DeMent. So Farmer over to third. Hackworth forced at second. Hetty, fielder's choice, in the RBI. No RBI, by the way, for Hackworth on that drop fly ball. And Corbin Barrett is done for the day. So Corbin pitches 2 2/3 innings. As you mentioned, the pitch count. And give a lot of credit to the Whippets. They fouled off a lot of pitches in this game. to keep Barrett from getting any more time in. And so Bronson Crocker going to get a chance to throw here. He'll take over for Barrett here in this third inning, 3-2 Whippets. So an error in left field, hit by pitch, a walk, another error in center. No hits in this inning, but 2 runs have scored, and the Whippets have a 3-2 lead. So Crocker will get a chance to face Evan Weaver. He'll stand in. So Barrett 2 2/3 innings. His day is over, giving up only 1 hit in the game. He's responsible for everybody on the base paths. Did strike out in this game 4 batters. Hit 1 man. And he did walk 2. So as Crocker warms up, Tigers gather around the mound. The outfielders gather out there in center field. So Barrett will go into center, and Barton will go over to right or left field. So Barrett now at center field. Barton out in left field. Haven still in right. Crocker from left to pitch. 1-0 to Evan Weaver, who walked back in the second inning and was doubled up on a fly ball. Pitch, just strike on the outside corner. Bronson Crocker, right-handed pitcher. Facing the Whippets. Farmer at third base. Hetty at first. Crocker brings it. Hetty running. The pitch is inside for a ball, 2-1. I don't think Crocker ever even looked at first base. Came to the stretch, but I don't think he ever looked over. And Hetty took off just way ahead of him throwing the ball home. No chance at second base. Easy stolen base by John Hetty. The pitch comes home in a high pop fly, short center field. In is Barrett, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Weaver flies out to center. 2 runs on no hits, 3 errors, and 2 men left. We have now played 3 innings. It's the Whippets 3, Salem Tigers 2. We'll come back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Napa Auto Parts Store, right here in Salem, is your one-stop shop for savings, where right now you'll get Blue Devil head gasket sealer for $39.99. Napa Proform or conventional wiper blades for $5.99 each. Seafoam products starting at $7.99 each. And Napa hand cleaner for $1.99 each. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem for more spring savings.
Keeping life simple can be a challenge, but not when you're switching to Progressive Ozark Bank. Plus, Click Switch allows you to move your direct deposit with 1 click. You can also use Switch Assist to move all of your automatic bill payments and subscriptions. Click plus click equals switch. Get customized alerts ranging from security to activity balances and more. Big banking technology at your local hometown bank. Progressive Ozark Bank. FDIC insured, they are an equal housing lender where people matter.
So we got some changes as Evan Weaver goes to the mound here in the top of the 4th. And Brett Gore will go to third base from second. And trying to read who's at second base and can't do it. Haven't had a chance to see that number yet. like Jacob Henry. So he is now at second base. And we'll see who's now in left field. And that is Brock Mowry. He is now in left. So making some major changes here. And Jake Farmer, who started the game on the hill, he is now catcher. So 5 position changes here to go into the top of the 4th inning. 3-2 Whippets. And Farmer fires it down to second base. It'll be Bronson Crocker to lead things off. Salem now trails at 3-2. Here in this, the top of the 4th inning. Tigers have just 2 hits, but that's one more than the Whippets. The Whippets have been given 5 errors by the Salem Tigers. The Whippets have not made an error yet in this game. Fastball high and away, ball 1 by Weaver. The Farmer went 3 innings, gave up those 2 hits. He struck out 6 in the game, and he walked 5, if my math is good. 2 runs, both earned for the Salem Tigers. Then there's a pop-up on the infield and called for by Weaver, and he makes the catch. Crocker with that one straight up the old elevator shaft, came down about 15 feet in front of home plate, down the left field side on the third base side. And so easy play made by former third baseman Evan Weaver, now on the hill. So we'll go over those changes again here in just a minute as Corbin Barrett stands in. Takes it low and away. So Farmer that was on the mound now catching. Weaver, who was at third, now pitching. Brett Gore, who was at second, now at third. Mowry, who was catching, now in left field. Henry in left field now at second base. All those changes made here at the top of the 4th inning. Barrett with a 2-0 count. He waits the pitch from Henry. That's way outside, 3-0. Corbin has singled, scored, struck out. 3-2 Whippets. We are in the 4th inning, and 1 down to pitch. That's high, ball 4, and Barrett earns a walk. That is the 6th walk given up in the day. First walk by Weaver. So Du Bois will stand in. He has one of the 2 Tiger hits. Barrett had the other. Okay, the line one in the left field on a hanging curveball, and this one cuts in on him. Checked his swing, ball 1. 5 straight bad ones by Evan Weaver. Big hole on the right side. And that one inside as well, 2-0. Barrett has got some speed, is occupying John Hetty at first base. And right now, Henry cheating up the middle. Another pitch inside. 3 straight inside pitches now to Du Bois. That fastball about 2 or 3 inches inside. Umpire did not give him the pitch. Henry's next one, that's ball 4. Back-to-back walks here with 1 out in the 3rd inning. So Jacob Henry, after getting Crocker to pop out, now faces Garrett Connell with runners at first and second, tying run at second base. Farmer right behind the plate. Weaver on the hill. Brings it to Connell. Ooh, right down the middle, and Connell fouled that one. Had a good pitch to hit. Garrett just fouled it at the feet of the catcher. Had a good cut, gets back in. They play Connell deep in center. Actually, a lot shallower and left than I would think. 1-1 to count. Pitch to Garrett, high, 1-1. Fastball way out of strike zone. The next one. There's a smash. Base hit down the left field line. Here comes Barrett. He'll score to tie the game. The third base goes Du Bois, and the second goes Connell, and he is out. He called him out before he ever got there. So Coach Edwards not happy about that call. Connell was on the backside of the bag. The umpire had the hand up before he ever caught the ball. Wow. But an RBI single by Connell ties the game. Du Bois at third, 3-3 our score. That ball was smoked down that third base line. And we have a tie game as Haven stands in. Fastball in the outside corner. The Tigers get robbed. Play goes 7-4 on the put out at second base. Next one to Haven, a swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Yeah, we've seen umpires like that before. The ball is just near. They're going to call them out. That's not good. The 0-2 pitch comes home. Up high, ball 1-2 as Du Bois dancing around at third base trying to disturb Evan Weaver. 3-3 ball game. Haven can give the Tigers the lead. The pitch, they called him out on a pitch off the inside corner. And Haven called out on strikes. He's still in bewilderment, and I can't blame him. Two bad calls in the inning by the umpires cost the Salem Tigers, but they do tie it. 1 run on 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 man left. We've now played a total of 3.5 innings. Our score, the Salem Tigers 3 and the Whippets 3. We'll come back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. Call 729-5761. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
To the bottom of the 4th inning we go. It's be Aiden Anderson, Brett Gore, and Brock Morey for the Whippets. Anderson flew into a double play back in the 2nd inning. Bronson Crocker on the hill for the Salem Tigers. 3-3 game. Pitch a little bit low, I guess. 1-0 on a fastball. Very close. Next one from Crocker. That's a strike on the outside edge. Good job by Corbin Barrett. 2 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 3 runs. None of them earned, and he cannot get the loss. And there's a line drive. Base hit into left center field. And that ball will be cut off and thrown back in nicely by Jimmy Barton. Ball is hit hard by Anderson. Barton got over there and left center and cut it off. The leadoff single, and Brett Gore will stand in. Gore got tore up by that curveball of Corbin Barrett back in the 2nd inning, and he just really never felt comfortable at the plate. He's there with 1 on and nobody out, and the pitch low and away gets by Sanders, and the runner's going to go to second base. One and 0 to count. Runner now at second. That's the lead run. The pitch coming to Gore. A foul off the mask of the umpire. 1-1. 1-1 to count. Bronson Crocker back up on the hill. Nobody down here in the fourth inning. 3-3 our score. Pitch. There's a line drive. One hop to Connell. He has it to throw as the first base. And out there, runner goes to third. Ball is off the fist of Gore. And Anderson went to third base on a good base running play. 6-3 on the putout, and Brock Morey will stand in with the lead run at third base. Morey struck out his first time, and again, a good job by Barrett on the curveball. Had him foul it off his foot. And the pitch from Crocker comes in, and fast a swing and a miss. Bronson, a right-hander. Where's number 4? One down, runner at third, getting a big lead. He's going to try and come home, trying to steal home, and he is out. Anderson tried to steal home. And the runner is out. Trying to say that the pitcher balked. He did not balk. He just threw it home like a pitch. And Sanders came up and made the tag. So Aiden Anderson out trying to steal home 1-2. And 1-2 the count. One and one to count. Two outs. Pitch coming into Morey. That's a strike. That's 1-2. So Anderson trying to steal home. He was dancing out there trying to time Crocker, who takes a little while getting to the plate. But curveball grounded towards second. Nice play by Bronson. He snares it, throws him out. Morey grounds back to the pitcher. Crocker did a good job. And again, on that steal at home, he did the right thing. He threw the ball up and in to where the batter could not hit it. And Sanders got it, stepped in front of the plate, tagged the man out. And that ends the threat. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We've now played 4. It's 3-3. Salem and Ellington will be back in 1 minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
This is Joe Brand with Edward Jones. Today's interest rates are creating real challenges for many Americans who live on a fixed income. Edward Jones has been helping individual investors like you for more than 130 years. If you have money coming due soon and want to hear about alternatives to possibly increase your income, help reduce your tax bill, or invest for growth potential, come see us at Edward Jones, 911 South Pershing, or call 729-3831. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Is your back continually giving you pain? Do you constantly have headaches? Do you have numbness or tingling in your arms, hands, legs, or feet? These are symptoms, and they're a warning sign from your body. And if you'd like to know why they're occurring, Dr. Amber Duncan of Duncan Chiropractic can help. Her mission is to find the cause of the problem and correct it. Give Dr. Amber Duncan a call at 729-2321 or stop by 401 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
We're in the fifth inning. 3-3 ball game. Salem and Ellington. Don't forget the Tigers will be home to take on Owensville Monday, 4:30. And we'll have Tiger Talk coach Tony Edwards on about 4:15 right here on KSMO Radio, AM 1340, FM 95.7, and on KSMO Media. We streamed it on KSMORadio.com, our YouTube page, as well as Facebook. And then Tuesday, the Tigers will be at Licking for a game against the Wildcats, 5 o'clock on Tuesday. A little late start, 5 o'clock, just like this one here at Ellington. So we hope you join us for those. And then Thursday next week, the Potosi Trojans will be in town for a 4:30 start as well, again on all KSMO medias. As pitch comes in, a high fly way down the left side and out of play by Jimmy Barton. Got underneath that one and drilled it, but way foul. Way foul. Got a lot of it, but about 40, 50 feet foul. The 1-1 pitch from Henry, a curveball in for the strike, had Barton's knees buckling. That's twice today Jimmy's had his knees buckled on curveball. Another one comes in, a swing and a miss on one in the dirt. Jimmy throw to first base, gets over the head of the first baseman, and Barton will stay at first base. So a strikeout of Jimmy Barton, and then the catcher now is Jake Farmer, and he throws it over the head of the first baseman, Hetty. So Barton strikes out but reaches on the error. The lead run now at first base for the Tigers is Richter bats the pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Trey popped out to the catcher trying to bunt, walked. Off the line to third base, and even with the bag right now. Are the Whippets as the pitch goes outside. Playing third base, Brett Gore now, and he is, instead of good, now he's playing deep behind the bag. So you want to talk about laying down a bunt now, it's a good time for Richter. As I mentioned, play now about 8 to 10 feet off the line and back. There's a fly ball in the left center field. Hanging up there and waiting and making the catch. Out in left field is Brock Morey, and there's one down. They got that one up. Morey with plenty of room in front of the 20-foot screen here at Ellington. One down for Isaac Westerman standing in. The pitch. Runner not going as Barton got a bit of a jump and came back. Westerman took a changeup for a strike. Isaac has walked and struck out. Pitch. Strike right at the letters with a fastball. 0-2 quickly on Westerman. Has been very selective with his swings today. And the 0-2 coming home. Swing and a miss on that one, which was probably a ball. But Isaac went after it. It was about weather high, but could not come up with it. Third strikeout for Weaver. Now standing in is Martin. Wyatt has struck out twice. The pitch way outside high. Farmer jumps out of his catcher's crouch to get out there. Wyatt with a called out on strikes in the first, swinging in the third inning. Pitch from Weaver. That's a good fastball, but just outside, 2-0. Evan took over in the top of the fourth. We're in the top of the fifth. 3-3 ball game, Salem and Ellington. Lights are not on here. It's plenty of dark. You'd think they might come on here. The pitch just missed on the inside corner, and it's 3-0 to Wyatt Martin. Bronson Crocker on deck. 2 down. We're in the fifth inning. 3-3 ball game. Pitch to Martin. Change up on the inside corner. Wyatt took it. Left-handed batter waits. Weaver brings it. Swing and a miss. Wyatt trying to chase that outside pitch, but leaning to the inside. On that, at least on that swing, looked very awkward. Three and two now. Barton gets back to the bag as they throw over. 2 down. He'll be running. Martin waits. And the 3-2 pitch. Coming in. Outside, ball 4. And Wyatt Martin earns the walk. And so Barton down to second base, and Bronson Crocker will stand in. Crocker has walked and popped out to the pitcher. 2 on, 2 out. Tigers need a 2-out hit here from Crocker. The pitch, swing and a miss on the fastball. Corbin Barrett on deck. Next one, up and in, 1-1. as Evan Weaver didn't really check Martin nor Martin at first base. The next one comes home. That's up and in as well, 2-1. Martin not getting much of a lead at second base as he is being held there tightly by Jacob Henry. The next one way outside with a fastball, 3-1. Top of the order is next. Two walks back in the fourth inning helped tie the game by Weaver. The pitch, that's high, ball 4. Crocker earns the walk, and that is walk number 4. The Salem Tigers walk number 9 in the game, and the bases are loaded for Corbin Barrett. Barrett with one of the 3 Salem Tiger hits in this game. Now was the left field to start the game. Gore plays off the line at third base. The pitch coming to Corbin. A strike on the outside edge. 0-1. Martin at third. Martin at second. Crocker at first. The 0-1 to Barrett. Here it is. And there's a high fly ball in the center field. Right at Dement. I don't think he had to move one step, but he makes the catch to retire the side. No runs. No hits, 1 error, and there were 3 men left. We have now played 4.5. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Salem Tigers 3, the Whippets of Ellington 3. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Hometown Processing in Salem has processing dates available for February and March. Call Hometown Processing today at 573-729-7278 to reserve your date. These openings will not last long. Hometown also has packaged beef or pork available. They have it all. Hometown Processing, located at 3450 West Highway 32 in Salem. For more information or to book your animal processing, call 573-729-7278.
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised.
Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm, with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today at 729-3056.
And don't forget, later tonight, the Blues take on the Philadelphia Flyers. That game will be joined in progress at the conclusion of this one right here on KSMO. 3-3 ball game here as Bronson Crocker goes back to the hill to face the Whippets in the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Jacob Henry then the top of the order. Tucker DeBent, Jake Farmer. Henry reached on an error on a hard hit ball to Crocker back in the 3rd inning, but Crocker could not bring it in. Ball when it was in his glove, then out of his gloves. He was in left center field, and Crocker was able to get into second base. He eventually came around to score the tying run before Dement, who followed him up, was hit by a pitch and scored the lead run. And Dement is on deck. So, bottom of the 5th inning, the first pitch is low, ball 1 from Bronson Crocker. Crocker now into his 3rd inning of work. Actually came in on the 3rd, and we're in the 5th. Pitch comes in, that ball's on the inside corner for a strike, 1-1. Jacob Henry, right-handed batter, right on top of that plate. Crocker brings it, swinging a straight foul straight back, right into the screen in front of us, about 3 feet, not even that in front of us. 1-2 to count. Lights have now come on. The pitch, curveball outside. It's a good curveball, but it was nowhere near the plate, so Henry did not go fishing for it. 2-2 count. Next pitch from Crocker. Ball hit him. Ball hit Henry right in the leg, in the left leg, I think right above the knee. Second hit by pitch by Tiger pitchers today, and that coming with a 2-2 count. Tucker DeMent stands in. The man lead-off batter, hit by a pitch, came around to get the third whippet run, grounded out to second. Tigers look for two as the ball fouled off to the left side on a fastball. Oh and 1. Some of the older lights here at Ellington. They're not very high. And they're the old fluorescent lights. Pitch coming in. That's a base hit in the center field. That ball out over the middle of the plate by Crocker, and DeMent ripped that ball in the center, right over the head of Bronson Crocker. So the first two have reached. And Jake Farmer will stand in. He has walked, reached in an air, and scored a run. That is just the second hit of the day for the Whippets. So Farmer will stand in. Crocker looks around, checks the runners. Brings it. Strike down the middle for a strike. Richter over in between the gap in first and second. Curveball just inside. Good pitch, but just missed. Tigers would have trouble turning a double play and anything hit to the left side, as Richter is very far off deep at second base, about 40 feet from the bag. The 1-1, and that pitch is inside, almost hit Farmer. 2-1. Sanders doing the catching, gives the sign. The 2-1 comes home. There's a foul back to the screen. 2-2. Strikeout would be mighty handy here. Or a one-hopper to Caden DuBois at third base right at him, so might be able to turn two that way. Might be maybe a ground ball to Richter because Connell is up the middle. 2-2 pitch, curve, just missed. Didn't chase. That's 3-2. That was a very good curveball that usually gets guys chasing that one, but it drifted outside. 3-2. Pitch from Crocker comes in, a foul down the left field side on a ball up and in. Farmer looking for the fastball, got it, fouled it. Three and two the count. Nobody down. Runners at first and second. Henry at second after being hit by the pitch. A base hit by DeMent. The 3-2 to Farmer. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a high fastball. And that strikeout, the first for Bronson Crocker, came at a very good time. But now Tyler Hackworth has come in. He reached on a pop fly error by Jimmy Barton at center and singled. A swing and a miss right there. That actually fouled tip that caught by Sanders. Also singled to center, was thrown out trying to advance on an overthrow. It was thrown out there. The 0-1 to Hackworth coming. And a high fly ball to center field. Can of corn out there for Barrett. Makes the catch, runner tag, and not going to third base. And Hetty will stand in. So runners at first and second, nobody out. Now runners at first and second with two out. See if Crocker can get out of this mess. We're in the fifth inning, 3-3 our score. Salem will have DuBois, Connell, and Haven coming up in the sixth inning. Pitch. Fastball gets away from Sanders, and the runners will advance. That's a pass ball, just a fastball, and Hayden kind of botched it, trying to backhand it or cross his hand over, and he didn't get it done. So the runners move up to second and third on the pass ball, and that's Hayden's second of the day. Looks like he got caught in between trying to backhand it and forehand it, and a high foul off to the right side with a fastball. As that ball, when it drifts inside, you're going to try and catch it, and then you keep moving the hand out. You're actually almost backhanding it, and that's what kind of happened to Hayden. Got caught in between. The ball got off the glove and back to the screen. 1-1 to count. Pitch to Hetty. There's a ground ball towards short. Connell has it. The throw to first base is on the money. Hetty is out 6-3, and good job by Bronson Crocker pitching out of that mess. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, a hit batsman, and 2 men left. We have now played 5 full innings here at Ellington. It's Salem Tigers 3, the Whippets of Ellington 3. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Hi, this is Justin Hubbs.
And Gage Solbeamer.
With Big Iron Realty. That's right, Big Iron not only auctions equipment, Big Iron also auctions land online, alerting over 350,000 registered bidders worldwide that your land is up for auction. Big Iron Realty's marketing is unrivaled. Email blast?
Check.
Marketing campaign?
Check.
Social media?
Check.
Radio?
Check.
Drone footage and produced video of your land?
Check.
Auctions sell faster than listings. For more information on how to get your land sold, visit BigIronGuys.com.
That's BigIronGuys.com.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Right now at K&H Auto Supply in Salem, you'll find Chevron Techron Fuel System Cleaner. Buy one, get one free. A Hopkins Multi-Purpose Giant Funnel for $649 and a 2-ton trolley jack priced at $54.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store right here in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
We're at the top of the 6th inning. Caden DuBois, Garrett Connell, and Colin Haven try and get Salem on top here, facing Jacob Henry. I'm sorry, Evan Weaver. Sorry about that. I don't know why I was thinking Jacob Henry. I just saw his number out there. And don't know why I said that. Anyway, Henry go out to second base. Heading back to first base. Over to third base is Brett Gore, and it's shortstop Aiden Anderson. As the pitch comes in to DuBois, who has a base hit today. He's walked twice. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Pitch to Caden. Outside low, 2-0. Weaver has struggled at times with his control. Walked 2 last inning, walked 2 his first inning. 4 walks in those 2 innings, and that pitch is low and outside, ball 3. 3-0. Caden may take a pitch or 2 here. And instead he swings and pops it fouled on the left field line. It is out of play. Good effort made there by Brock Mowry. Went all the way to the fence, but the ball was fouled and over the out-of-bounds fence by about 4 or 5 feet from our angle. 3-1 to count to Caden DuBois. Pitch from Weaver. High pop foul to the right side. That's going to drift out of play. 3-2. DuBois back in to the batter's box. 3-2 count. Leadoff man here in the 6th inning. The pitch comes home. Strike 3 call on the outside corner. Caden did not agree, but that was a pretty good pitch. That is strikeout number 4 for Weaver. So Garrett Connell will stand in. Connell has a hit in this game, an RBI. Walked as well. Pitch to him, swing and a miss. Oh, 1 to count. Pitch to Connell. Curveball high. 1-1. Garrett's single, which should have been a double, down the third base line, tied the game. And Garrett's hit in the shoulder. Garrett's hit by the pitch. And Colin Haven will stand in. And now the ball pickoff the 10 for Connell at first base in the dirt and gets away. I was just looking down and making a change on my scorebook, and I looked up, and throw is getting away from the first baseman. So Weaver trying to pick him off, threw the ball in the dirt. Hetty couldn't pick it up. Ball hit his glove, bounded away to the screen, made it easy for Connell to go to second. He's there with 1 out. I think that's what you get for looking away for half a second, but had to make a little change in the scorebook, and as I did, bang, that's what happened. Standing in is Haven. The pitch in the dirt. Nice scoop there by Farmer. That ball bounced up there, and Connell could have been at third base very quickly. Collin called out on strikes in the 4th inning. The Tigers had a chance to take that lead after Connell had tied it. Collin was called out on a pitch that was way off the plate inside. And there's a pitch much closer than that one was. Called a ball, 2-0. Big hole on the right side. As Henry trying to keep in place. And there's where Haven hits it to throw to first base. And not in time. He is safe as he beat the pitcher Henry to the bag. Hetty fielded it, waited. I thought Henry might field it and just take it to the bag, but he waited for Hetty to get it. The ball was hit very softly on the first base line. And infield single for Colin Haven, and his runners at first and third, and only 1 out. Didn't really understand why Weaver just didn't get the ball himself, but it might be something they work on, and just didn't work here. And now Tigers looked at trying to do a little bit of a bunt for a hit and possibly an RBI. Not a squeeze play. It wasn't truly a squeeze play. Connell came down the line with the third baseman, so there was no way of picking him off behind it. And it's 1-0. The pitch to Barton is high, 2-0. Jimmy has struck out twice, and actually struck out 3 times, but did reach once on an error. Salem with 4 hits in the game. Need one here from Jimmy Barton. First and third. 1 out. Weaver brings it. That's a strike. Colin Haven missed the sign, and Coach Reard had to show him. And obviously that was a bunt and run, and Barton took it for a strike. Haven wasn't running. Now it's 1-2. Pitch to Jimmy, and a swing and a foul off the end of the bat. Still 1-2, 1 down. Haven at first base. Connell at second. Tigers and Whippets tied at 3. We're in the 6th inning. Martin at the plate. The pitch. Up and in. Jimmy had to bail out of that one. 2-2 the count. Weaver looks, checks, brings it. Curveball. That's high. Barton didn't bail that time, and the ball stayed up, 3-2. See if Haven's running here with 1 down. And the pitch to Barton. Low ball 4. Jimmy earns the walk, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. So a hit by pitch, an infield single, an error, and Trazen Richter will stand there with the bases loaded and 1 out. And the Tigers have a great chance here to go on top. The boys called out on a borderline pitch before Connell was hit by the pitch at the shoulder. He went to second on the air, went to third on the infield single by Haven. Now the walk to Barton, bases loaded to Richter. Pitch coming home in the dirt low, ball 1. Connell watching that as Farmer knocked it down, waiting for that to get by, Jake. It did not. Fairly safe lead at second by Haven. Barton out a very aggressive lead. Now Collin gets off that bag a little bit more. And a fastball inside, 2-0 to Traden Richter. Richter's flown out to left, popped out, trying to bunt to the catcher and walked. Got an RBI on that walk. The pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. Connell at third base. Ready to come home. The next one, way outside, ball 3 by Evan Weaver. He kicks the dirt and stuff in front of the mound. I mentioned it's a very high mound here at Ellington. They put down a lot of diamond drive, and most of that has all been gone. The 3-1 coming. That's a strike on the inside corner, and it's 3-2 to Richter. Westerman is on deck. Traden's the guy right here with the 3-2 pitch. Coming home. That's high, ball 4. He takes the walk, and the Tigers take the lead. His second RBI on a walk. Haven on the third base. Connell scores after the hit by pitch. It's 4-3 Salem. And Westerman will stand in. Still just 1 out. Now the pitcher, Weaver, comes down and gets a stick to dig the dirt out from his spikes. It's actually a true putty knife that they're actually letting him use. Wow. And they're going to let him put it behind the mound. Never did that in my day. You had a stick. 4-3 Salem. The pitch to Westerman is high, ball 1. Isaac has struck out twice and walked once. Base is still loaded. Only 1 out to Westerman. Here it comes. That's just a little bit low. 2-0. Umpire started to call it a strike, then called it a ball. 2-0 the count. That was a doggone good pitch, but he changed his mind. The fastball high, ball 3. Westerman will step out as the Ellington coach will come out with his infield. 3-0 the count, 1 down. Evan Weaver came in to start the 4th inning. Tigers got a run to tie it in the 4th, as he has really struggled with his control. He had 4 walks in the first 2 innings. He has 2 walks here, 6 all over, and 1 hit by pitch. He has given up a couple of hits as well. And a couple of errors have occurred behind him and have not helped out the cause either for the Whippets. They will have Weaver, Anderson, and Gore coming up in the 6th inning. See what Tigers can do here. They lead it by 1, 4-3. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Long conversation. The umpire should have already been out there breaking that up. He still hasn't gone out there. Now the base umpire is finally making his way over. Should be breaking this up. It's going on now for over a minute. It's supposed to be a 30-second meeting. He's still out there, and they're still not chasing him. Three and 0 the count. 1 down. Isaac Westerman at the plate. Wyatt Martin is on deck. Salem with a 4-3 lead on the bases-loaded walk to Traden Richter, his second RBI walk of the game. The pitch to Westerman. Here it comes. It's high, ball 4 and inside. And the Tigers take a 5-3 lead. So another walk. And Barton now goes to third. Richter down to second. Westerman to first. And Wyatt Martin will stand in. Barton, a good-sized kid. Put a good charge on the one against Steelville for the sacrifice fly. The pitch inside, ball 1. Infield. In at first and third. Deep at second and short, looking for 2. The pitch inside, ball 2 to Wyatt Martin. as Weaver coming inside with fastballs. Salem Tigers have been blessed with 12 walks in this game. The pitch way outside, ball 3. I'm not sure the Ellington coach could go much longer here with Evan Weaver. He looks a little bit frazzled on the hill right now. Can't find the strike zone. The next one, ball 4, it's low. And another RBI walk makes it 6-3 as Barton comes across the plate. Richter to third, Westerman to second, and Bronson Crocker will stand in. The pitch, right down the middle, but a little bit low according to the umpire. He's getting pinched. Good pitch, just said it was too low. The next one, that's a strike. Crocker's walked twice. He has popped out. And there's a line drive, one hop towards short. They get it to throw a third. Nobody's there. Throw to first is not in time as Hetty can't dig it out. Another run scores. I don't know if they're arguing the ball hit the runner. I don't think it did. The ball, they said, hit Westerman. And so the runner has to go back. Ball did not appear to hit the runner, but the umpire said, and they didn't call it dead at the time, and that ball has to be called dead. They didn't do it. So take the run off the board, so Crocker reaches on the fielder's choice, but they'll call Westerman out. Martin is allowed to move to second base, but Richter had to go back to third. So here is Barrett. Pitch high, 1-1 to count. The umpires, with that ball hits the runner, the play is supposed to be blown dead immediately. They did not do it. And so they allowed the plays to go on. So a lot of mistakes being made here. Ball gets away. Runner going to try and score, and he will score as Richter comes in to make it 7-3 on the ball that eluded Jake Farmer on a wild pitch. And so in comes Richter to make it 7-3 Tigers. Martin down to third. And Crocker at second. Fastball outside to Barrett, 2-1. Barrett is the ninth man to bat in the inning. Tigers have scored 4. They still have 2 on. There are 2 out. The pitch. That's a strike. Well, Weaver has thrown a lot of pitches in this inning, but he's thrown a lot of pitches in the 3 innings he's been out there. So 2-2 to Barrett. Strike 3 call on the outside corner. Barrett didn't like the call, but Tigers do score 4 times on a total of 1 hit. 4 runs, 1 hit. There was 1 error. And there were 2 men left. We have now played 5.5. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-3 Salem Tigers will be back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Hi, I'm Andrew Wynn. Town & Country Bank makes it easy with the best rates and terms on land and mortgage loans. Hit the trail, make a splash, or enjoy a beautiful sunset. Town & Country Bank can help you finance that beautiful acreage you've always wanted. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 899641.
Say goodbye to wasting your hard-earned money and traveling long distances to get your MRI. This is Bobby Sullins, Radiology Director at Salem Memorial District Hospital. The hospital now has the newest technology in-house 5 days a week, and it's open bore, meaning you have ample room to get comfortable during your exam. If you have any questions, just give me a call at 729-6626. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Bronson Crocker back out to the hill. He'll face Evan Weaver, Aiden Anderson, and Brett Gore. We are in the 6th inning. Tigers with a 4th spot in that 6, but it wasn't because of hot bats. It was because of the wildness. Weaver had 4 walks in his first 2 innings, and he had 4 more in that 6th inning. 8 walks for Weaver in his 3 innings. He does have 4 strikeouts, or 5 strikeouts in the game as well, but and a foul back on the fastball to Evan Weaver. Weaver's walked and flown out to center. Bronson Crocker came on with 2 out in the 3rd inning. He's still in the game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. I'm sure the Tigers have warmed up another hurdler, though. The foul off to the left side as Du Bois couldn't get there in time. Ball wasn't hit very high, and kind of off the fists of Weaver. Fell in front of the Tiger dugout. 0-2. Pitch from Crocker to Weaver. Here comes. Curveball way outside. 1-2. Nine men to the plate in that 6th inning. That curveball and just missed as Weaver dipped his head down underneath there. That ball was very close to coming inside and catching the corner. 2-2. I throw that same pitch again. Crocker throws it, a fastball and a swing and a foul off the shoulder of Sanders and back. Still 2-2. We're in the 6th inning. 7-3 Salem took a 2-0 lead in the first, 2-1 after 1, trailed 3-2 after 3, tied it in the 4th, and scored 4 in the 6th. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck out Weaver. Second strikeout for Crocker, and Aiden Anderson will stand in. Anderson is hit into a double play on a fly ball to center field and also singled, but was out trying to steal home. So Anderson standing in. He waits. First pitch from Crocker. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Pitch from Crocker coming in. Inside, tailed down and in. Still breezy here in Ellington, not as windy as it was, and the sporadic drizzle has stopped at the moment. It may be done for the day. A 1-1 count. That ball up and in again, 2-1. Seven 7-3 Salem. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the pitch. Chopper towards short. Tough play. Du Bois has it, though. To first is just in time. Good play by Caden Du Bois. Ball hit the dirt, kind of died, head toward Connell, and Du Bois cut it off in front of Garrett and made the play to Martin. 2 down, and Brett Gore will stand in. Gore is struck out, and he has grounded out. Crocker brings it to Gore. Strike right down the middle. Got a 4-run lead. Don't just play on the edges. Get strikes. Make them hit their way on. Gore, as mentioned, big kid from the right side, swings and misses over top of a tailing fastball. Good pitch by Crocker. Brock Morey is on deck. They might have a pinch hitter for him, though. Pitch comes in, curveball, and there's a line drive in the center and knocked down off the glove of Richter. He just couldn't field it. Good job of hitting by Brett Gore, as he did not want to get fooled on that curveball and just kind of looped it out Richter tried to get out there, got a glove on it, but couldn't field it. It'll be a base hit. So a 2-out single by Brett Gore and a pinch hitter coming in, and a fastball outside. Colby Hedrick is standing in. Pitch comes in, swing and a miss. One and one to count. Hedrick batting here for Moray here in the sixth inning. The pitch. It's a little bit low. 2-1. Strike zone has changed a little bit for this umpire. Those were strikes early in the game. 2-1 to count. The pitch. High pop up. Left side. Will it stay in play? No. Du Bois over by the dugout. 2-2 to count. Colby Hedrick at the plate, pinch hitting for Brock Moray. Runner at first base, that's Gore. The pitch, curve, a little bit high. 3-2. Jacob Henry on deck. Like to see him get this guy out right here. 3-2, runner going, ball 4, and a 2-out rally here by Ellington. The 2-2 pitch, kind of key there for Bronson. Went with the curveball, but didn't get it down where it could be a strike. And then you force yourself to have to throw the strike. So Jacob Henry at the plate. He's been hit by a pitch, and he's reached on an error. The pitch to him is swing and a miss. If you get Henry out, you still have the top of the order now in the seventh. 2-out base hit and a walk. And the 0-1 to Henry from Crocker. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Looks like Henry has a little issue with high fastballs. Crocker's thrown 2 of them right by him. And the pitch coming. And a foul, another high fastball. Had the same idea, but he was able to just nick that one and foul it off to the left side. Still 0-2. Jacob Henry back in. From the stretch, Crocker looks, checks. Brings it, and swing and a miss. He struck him out. His third strikeout of the game, and the Strands 2 runners here in the sixth inning. No runs, a hit, a walk to left. We've now played 6. To the seventh inning we go. Salem Tigers 7, and the Ellington Whippets 3. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Have you had a fender bender or crashed your vehicle? Come and see Jadwin and Smith Auto Body and Auto Care for all of your auto body needs. They have over 20 years of experience of putting vehicles back in mint condition. Take your vehicle to Jadwin and Smith Auto Body and Auto Care at 1202 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem, across from Walmart, or call 729-3900. Locally owned by Tim and Wendy Smith.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Caden Du Bois will stand in to start the seventh inning. Salem put 9 men up to the plate in the sixth inning. They scored 4 times. Outstanding pitching effort here by Bronson Crocker. I think he might be done for the night, as he has thrown quite a few pitches and has done a really good job tonight. Gave up 3 hits, but got some key strikeouts when he needed them. Jake Farmer back in the 5th inning with 2 on and nobody out. Really changed that inning around. Du Bois hits a grounder foul to the Tiger dugout. 1-1 to count. 7th inning, and Evan Weaver's still on the hill. Shocking to me that young man with all those walks hasn't reached his pitch count yet, but I'm not keeping count of those pitches. But he has given up 8. Curveball for a strike. Nice pitch by Weaver. 1-2 to Du Bois. He has a hit in this game. He scored a run. The pitch. There's a line drive into left field, right at the left fielder, but he plays it on a hop. Might have misread that off the bag, or maybe it started sinking quickly. But Du Bois gets his 2nd hit. That ball got out in front, and he roped it in the left, right at the left fielder, Morey. And Morey stood right there and then let the ball bounce right in front of him instead of coming in 2 or 3 steps and making the catch. The Tigers get a break, a leadoff single by Du Bois. His 2nd hit. And for the Tigers, their 5th hit of the day. Connell waits the pitch to him, and a swing and a miss. Had a big cut. One he really liked, but he didn't get. Garrett knew he missed it. 1-1 from Henry. To Connell, way high. 2-1. Haven on deck. Tigers in this game, even though they have 7 runs, have struck out 11 times of their 18 outs. Two and 1 to count. Garrett Connell waits. Farmer the sign. Weaver the pitch. Outside 3-1. Connell has walked, been hit by a pitch, single, reached on fielder's choice. That ball down in the dirt. And that's ball 4 as Connell draws his 2nd walk of the day. And that's going to do it as Ellington will make a pitching change. Well, I'm assuming they will. Coach is coming out there. He has thrown the ball an awful lot here. So Farmer works 3 innings. He's responsible for the 2 guys on here in the 7th. And trying to figure out who they're going to have pitch. So who are they going to have pitch? Looks like they're going to have Brett Gore pitch. So here in the top of the 7th, Gore will do the pitching. So Weaver goes 3 innings. He gives up 3 hits. Still responsible for the guys on, but has given up 5 runs so far. He did walk 9 in the game, struck out 5, did hit 1. The Tigers have runners at first and second and no body out. By the way, the runs that he gave up, all the runs he gave up in the 4th and the 6th inning were earned runs. That's 5 of them. Even though there was an error, he made the error in the 6th inning. That was not getting a man on base. That was trying to eliminate a man from base. And so as you figure out your earned runs on the force rule, that had nothing to do with all the walks that were given up in the hits. So that run still, even though there was an error, is an earned run. So all Salem Tiger runs tonight are earned. All the runs by the Whippets are unearned, as the Tigers committed 5 errors early in the game, but they played much better after that 3rd inning. And they lead this one 7-3 as Gore will come in and do the pitching. So we'll see where the positions go. Gore had been playing third base. I assume Weaver will just move back to third base here in this seventh inning. And everybody else will stay put. So I'm assuming that. I don't have that in writing from their coach, but that seems to be the logical move here as Weaver started the game at third base. So St. Louis Blues and Philadelphia Flyers are just getting underway. We'll be joining that game in progress at the conclusion of this one here from Ellington. So I hope you join us for that. Don't forget, Cardinals will be back in action on Saturday and Sunday here on KSMO in the afternoon. We hope you join us for those preseason games. And Tiger Baseball returns on Monday as they'll be home to take on the Owensville Dutchmen. So we hope you'll join us for that game. That starts at 4:30 at the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. 4:15 with Tiger Talk Coach Tony Edwards. And we hope you will listen in on KSMO AM 1340 and 95.7 FM, online at KSMORadio.com, YouTube, and on Facebook. We'll have those media partners of KSMO all join in, so we'll have it on KSMO Radio, KSMO Media. Colin Haven at the plate. The pitch from Gore comes in. That's a strike. So Weaver does move back to third base. First and second, nobody out. Seventh inning, 7-3 Salem. Gore from the stretch, checks, brings it way outside, goes off the mitt of Farmer, and both runners will move up. And that's off his glove for a pass ball. Ball was outside, but he got the glove on it. But it glanced off the body part of the glove and moved away. The pitch to Haven, a line drive into right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. One run is going to score. Very late coming home is Du Bois, but he gets home anyway, and the ball gets away, and now another runner's going to score. He will stand up as Connell comes in as the throw in from Handy gets away from Gore, and the Tigers add to their lead. It's 9-3. Haven stays at first base. The RBI single by Colin Haven, his second hit of the game. And then the error by the first baseman, Hetty. And that makes it 9-3, and that closes the book pretty much on Weaver. He gave up 7 runs, though we still have to wait for the earned on that. That could still possibly be an earned run. Still nobody out for Jimmy Barton. Pitch from Gore. That's a strike on the outside edge. 1-1 to count. Haven got that base hit, falling in front of Tyler Hackworth. And Du Bois got a very late jump off of third base. He was tagging. Hackworth got that ball in quickly. Had they read the play a little bit better, they might have come home with that and gotten Du Bois, but Hackworth threw it into first base instead. Still an interesting play there to throw it into first base, but nonetheless. Then Hetty threw it away, and another Tiger run scores. All 3 and a fastball outside. Barton, who has already walked, has struck out 3 times in this game. He has scored a run. Numerous Tigers have scored runs in this one. Fastball in the outside corner, 3-2. Haven at first base, 3-2. Will Coach Edwards have him running? The pitch outside, ball 4. So another walk to the Salem Tigers. So Gore gives up the single. And Richter will stand in. Treathen with a walk. A couple of them, matter of fact, RBI walks. Takes that one inside. Runners at first and second, nobody down. A lot of walks in this game. Salem has been a recipient of 15 walks now. The pitch, high and away, 2-0. Nine 9-3 Salem, top of the seventh inning. Scored 6 runs in the last inning plus. The pitch, high and away, 3-0. Brett Gore came in, but still has the disease that Weaver had. It's walkitis. Can't find the strike zone. The pitch, that's ball 4. 4 straight, not even close pitches, and the bases are loaded, and still nobody out. Standing in is Isaac Westerman, who has walked. He has an RBI walk. Has struck out. He has 2 walks in the game, as a matter of fact. Takes a strike. Brett Gore, big right-hander. Checks all 3 runners. Brings it way outside with a fastball. One and 1 to count. Isaac Westerman at the plate. The pitch, way up and in. 2-1 with a fastball. Haven't seen Gore throw anything but fastballs. But they're all over the place. The infield, halfway, all the way around. Salem with a 9-3 lead here in the top of the 7th. 2 in the first, 1 in the 4th. That tied the game. 4 in the 6th to kind of somewhat break it open. They've added 2 more here in the 7th, have the bases loaded, and still nobody out. 2-1 count to Isaac Westerman, and the pitch. Ball 3. Wyatt Martin on deck. Matter of fact, we might have a pinch hitter. Next pitch, that's a strike on the outside corner, 3-2. Gore looks around. Sign from Jake Farmer. And the pitch is outside, ball 4, and another RBI walk for Isaac Westerman. And the Tigers now lead it 10-3. Haven comes home. Barton down the 3rd. Richter down the 2nd. So Garrett Brooks will stand in. He's pinch hitting for Wyatt Martin. That pitch is up and in, ball 1. Two RBIs in the game for Haven, Richter, Westerman, and Martin on walks. 1-1 to count now on Garrett Brooks pinch hitting here for Wyatt Martin. 1-1 count. Ball 2 on a fastball high. 10-3 our score. Next one. High foul off to the right side. Guys were state champions back in 2019. They're a pretty good ball team, but their pitching tonight has been less than desirable with quite a few walks. The pitch, a swing and a miss, and Brooks was jammed up. He goes down on strikes. First strikeout for Gore, who had given up 4 straight base runners since coming in. Bronson Crocker stands in. Bronson has walked twice, reached on a fielder's choice on an interference play by the ball hit Westerman. He's at the plate. One out, bases loaded. The pitch just missed outside. Ball one. I'm not seeing the umpire really brush the plate off very much. I guess he can see it very well. But I'm right behind him, and I can barely see it. 1-0. That one's way high. 2-0. Pitches like that doesn't really matter where the plate is. Not close enough. Coach trying to tell Brett Gore to follow through, bring that arm through. He's leaving it up high, opening up, and the ball sailing. Crocker waits at 2-0. That's 3-0. Early in the season, a cold afternoon / now evening. And the Whippets are struggling. The pitch outside, ball 4. And another RBI walk for the Salem Tigers in this game as Barton comes home to make it 11-3. Richter goes to third. Westerman to second as Crocker gets the RBI walk. The Ellington coach not happy with the strike zone, but these balls are not even close. You have to feel for the coach. He's trying to protect his players, but they're struggling. Pitch comes home, almost hit Barrett as he's standing in. Barrett is batting for the 6th time in this game. Tigers have batted around here. Corbin has a hit. Scored a couple of runs. Pitch to him way high, 2-0. Can't play defense against the walk, and Tigers have now scored 8 runs with 4 in the 6th, 4 more here in the 7th, and they still have only 1 out and bases are loaded. Gore trying to get the mud out of his spikes. Using that putty knife out there. And (11-3) our score. Salem Tigers on top. They've got some key hits, but they've been blessed with a whole bunch of walks. The pitch comes home, way outside, ball 3. Barrett back in. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner. That was a kind of give-me strike. It was close. Bases loaded for the Tigers. Only 1 out. The pitch. That's a strike right down the middle. That's 3-2 to Corbin Barrett. Barrett led off this game with a base hit and scored the first Tiger run. Walked and scored in the 4th. And has struck out twice and flied out. Pitch. Inside, ball 4 gets away and back to the screen, but another run scores for the Salem Tigers to make it 12-3. Richter comes in to score. Westerman will go down to third, and Crocker will go to second. Coach comes out, takes the ball from Gore, and gives it to Jacob Henry. So Gore gets only a third of an inning, gives up 1 hit, but walks 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 walks. Tigers have a 9-run lead. He struck out 1 while he was in there. And Henry will come on to play, and Gore will go back to second. So Henry will come to the mound and try his luck at trying to get out the Tigers. 19 walks Salem has been given in this game. Has 6 hits, been given a couple of errors. Only 1 allowed to run to reach, and that was on a strikeout. So the Whippets will have some pitching work to do, no doubt about that. But give a lot of credit to Bronson Crocker. He came on. Tigers were trailing 3-2, and he kept it right there. Tigers tied the game in the 4th, took the lead in the 6th, and have just blown the game open here in the 7th with a 5-run 7th inning, and still at the bases loaded, only 1 out. But Crocker came in. He's pitched 3 1/3 innings and has given up nothing, not a thing. And Corbin Barrett pitched great as well. Gave up 3 runs, but all of them were unearned on errors by the Tigers early. This game went like this. Tigers got 2 in the 1st, a base hit by Barrett, then a walk to Du Bois, a walk to Connell, an RBI walk to Haven, and an RBI walk to Richter. For the Whippets, Jake Farmer reached on a error by Hayden Sanders after he struck out, and another error by Richter as he went to third base, then came home on a base hit by Tyler Hackworth. Then the Whippets took the lead in the 3rd inning, a 1-out error by Crocker in left field, and then a hit by pitch, a walk, and then an error on Barton in center field allowed to run to score, and then a throwing error on the ball that came in by Richter allowed another run to score. So it's 3-2. Tigers tied it in the 4th inning on a 1-out walk to Barrett. Du Bois got a walk and a base hit by Connell, and then the walk parade began. Pitch to Du Bois is high. So 10th man to bat in the inning for the Tigers, Caden Du Bois. He singled to lead off the inning on a ball that probably should have been caught. The left fielders just sat back on it. That ball in the dirt, 2-0. So Henry comes in and kind of following suit from his predecessors, having trouble finding the strike zone. Came with a couple of hits in this game, both to left field. Also has a walk, 2 of them in the game, and he struck out 1 time. So officially, Caden is 2 for 3. The pitch, that's high, ball 3. $11 RBIs for the Tigers, had 1 run come in on an error. The pitch in the dirt, ball 4, and another run comes home on a Caden Du Bois walk. Westerman comes in to score. Crocker to third, Barrett to second, and Connell will stand in. 13-3, Salem on top. Six hits for Salem. 20 walks. The pitch, way outside and low. Jake Farmer back behind the plate. Started this game on the hill. Had 5 walks and 6 strikeouts. And Weaver came on 3 innings and walked 9. Gore in 1/3 of an inning walked 5. And now Henry here has walked his first man. Pitch, that's a strike. Kind of Bronx cheer here for Henry. Still only 1 out here in this is the 7th inning. 6 Salem Tiger runs have scored on 1 hit. 1. And that was a leadoff hit. There's a line drive in a deep left field. Way back, and that ball is gone. Connell hits a grand slam, and it's 17-3. That's a quick 4 RBIs and 5 in the game for Garrett. The home run clears the bases and makes it 17-3. So the Whippets have given up here in this 7th inning. 2 hits for the Tigers, who had a 7-3 lead, now lead at 17-3 as they've scored 10 runs on 2 hits. Connell got down on that pitch. It was down the strike zone. He got an uppercut, and he drove it just to the right of the 20-foot fence, out over the 6-foot fence with plenty to spare. Colin Haven has got a couple of hits in this game, facing Jacob Henry. Pitch is a strike. 1-2 the count. Haven looks back, but if it's close to the strike zone, you better be swinging. The next one comes in, a foul back by Haven. Henry, I don't believe is a pitcher whatsoever. I think he's just a position player and just trying to get through this game. But Connell unloads for the grand slam here, giving the Tigers a 17-3 lead over the Whippets of Ellington. This is not normal for this team. Trust me, this is a very good Ellington team, but not today. They have not played to their potential, that is for sure, and their pitching has been suspect. And so you have to know it's early in the season, but boy, it still hurts. Haven called out on strikes on a pitch borderline. First strikeout for Henry. By the way, Gore's day over. And Gore came in and gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs. Swing and a miss by Jimmy Barton. Seven runs. And all of them earned. 2-1 to count to Jimmy Barton. We are in the top of the 7th inning. Very one-sided game now, and a swing and a miss, 2-2. Barton has walked twice, reached base on a strikeout and error, and has struck out 2 other times. And a 2-2 to Barton, way high, 3-2. And a strikeout of Barton as the Tigers close out the 7th inning. But they scored 10 times on 2 hits. No errors, actually. A lot of walks, but nobody left. To the bottom of the 7th we go. Salem Tigers 17, Ellington 3. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Have you checked out the Country Mart website at www.tcmarkets.com? If not, you really need to. You'll find their weekly specials, coupons, inside the store information, and also tasty recipes from TC Markets on there as well. Plus, don't forget to like Country Mart's Facebook page. Like or comment on it for a chance to win something from the deli, and the winner will be announced on Wednesday each week. Just another reason to shop at Country Mart in Salem.
The Bank of Salem is part of the MoneyPass ATM network. MoneyPass has nearly 23,000 ATMs coast to coast, and the network continues to grow. MoneyPass ATM is surcharge-free, so you won't worry about paying a fee to access your money. Regardless of where you live, work, or travel, you're sure to find a MoneyPass ATM nearby. Just look for the MoneyPass logo and use your existing Bank of Salem ATM or debit card. It's that easy, and it's all part of our commitment to providing you with superb products and services. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, we go to the bottom of the seventh inning. And what was a very close ball game for 5 innings, and the Salem Tigers taking advantage of all these walks, 20 of them tonight. I can never remember a game I've ever done where there's 20 walks, but that's what they got. 20 walks, 7 hits, 17 runs for Salem Tigers. Tucker DeMent stands in to lead things off against Crocker, and the pitch is outside ball 1. DeMent has singled, but hit by a pitch, grounded out. Farmer and Hackworth to follow. DeMent, left-handed batter. Pitch from Crocker, that's outside as well. Browns and Crocker been on the dugout for a long time, and it's a cool evening here in Ellington. The pitch comes in, foul off to the left side as the men looking for something he can just jack. Had a pitch up, fouled it off. 2-1 to count. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. 17-3, Salem Tigers with the lead. Pitch coming to DeMent from Crocker. Here it is. That's a strike. Goes quickly 2-2. DeMent gets back in. 2-2 count. He's the leadoff man here in the 7th inning. The pitch. There's a smash right at the second baseman. Knocks it down, picks it up, throws him out. Richter knocked it down. That ball was smoked and then threw out DeMent. 4-3 on the putout. 1 down for Jake Farmer. Farmer's reached on an error and scored, walked, and struck out. These Tiger batters with 6 at-bats in this game in 7 innings. Pitch comes to Farmer way outside. Crocker getting a chance to finish it out. He would be the winner here today. Need to say if he could close it out, but I'm sure he would like to finish this one off. The pitch is low and outside with a fastball. Farmer, tall, lean, lanky, right-handed batter, standing in. 2-0 the count. 1 down here, 7th inning. Pitch to Farmer. Swing and a miss. Good pitch. Crocker took a little something off, had Farmer out in front. Remember, those waiting on the Blues game will be joining that in progress at the conclusion of this one. I don't think anybody expected this one to go this long, but it did. There's a high fly ball in a deep left field. That ball is gone. Home run just over the 20-foot fence, and it's 17-4. Well, Farmer homers. And Crocker gives up his first run of the game. As Jake Farmer reached out, got one he liked, and put it over what do we call the Green Monster here in Ellington. 17-4 our score. His first hit of the game and leaves the ball yard. Tyler Hackworth standing in, and he hits a little pop fly towards center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Right off the fist. And John Hetty will stand in. Coach Edwards would like to have Bronson finish the game, and at all he'll try and do so. As John Hetty stands in. Hetty 0 for 3 today. Pitch to him. Just a little bit outside. Umpire started to make the call and then backed off. 1-0 the count. Pitch coming. Heading chops that one foul at the plate. 1-1. Tigers and Owensville Dutchman Monday, 4:30, Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. We'll be there to bring it to you if you can't make it. 4:15 Tiger Talk, Coach Edwards. Crocker brings it. There's a ground ball towards short. Connell gets it. A throw to second is just in time for the force out, or did they call him out at second? Yes, they did. Thought he did, but base umpire not taking his hands out of his pocket. So fielder's choice. 6-4 on the putout. And Evan Weaver will stand in. Crocker just about done with this one. Throws a fastball in the outside corner for a strike. Salem will even the record at 2-2. Next one. Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. The 0-2 comes home. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And this game has come to an end. And the Salem Tigers defeat the Ellington Whippets by a score of 17-4. The Tigers now 2-2 on the season. We're going to come back in 1 minute, wrap it up very quickly, and get you to Blues hockey right here on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM and 95.7 KSMO Media. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball. Come on.
Spring savings are going on now at Napa Auto Supply, where you'll find these specials. Blue Devil Radiator Flush for $4.99. Scott Shop Towels, 55 sheets for $2.19. Napa Antifreeze and Coolant for $8.69 for the gallon size. And Slime Fix-A-Flat for $8.79. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
Keeping life simple can be a challenge, but not when you're switching to Progressive Ozark Bank. Plus, Click Switch allows you to move your direct deposit with one click. You can also use Switch Assist to move all of your automatic bill payments and subscriptions. Click plus click equals switch. Get customized alerts ranging from security to activity balances and more. Big banking technology at your local hometown bank. Progressive Ozark Bank. FDIC insured, they are an equal housing lender where people matter.
Well, here from Ellington, we had a very close ball game for 5 innings, 3-3 at that time. The Tigers scored 14 runs in the last 2 innings to break this one open and win it 17-4, courtesy of 20, count them, 20 Ellington walks in this game. Corbin Barrett started for the Tigers, went 2 2/3, gave up 1 hit, 3 runs, none of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, did hit 1 man. Bronson Crocker came on, got the win. 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Did give up a home run in the contest, but at that time, this game was already academic. For the Salem Tigers, as far as hitting stars were concerned, Caden DuBois had a couple of hits. He had an RBI in the contest. He scored 3 times. And Garrett Connell had 2 hits, including a grand slam in that 7th inning to just wrap things up in that 10-run inning, and also 2 hits for Colin Haven, a couple of RBIs for him. Other guys with RBIs on walks were Trevathan Richter, Isaac Westerman, and Wyatt Martin, each with 2 RBIs on RBI forced in walks. 20 walks in the game. Tigers finished the game with just 7 hits, and were given a couple of errors. Salem Tigers did commit 5 errors in the game against the Ellington Whippets. Salem wins it 17-4 and go to 2-2 on the year. So we're going to head off to Blues hockey here in just a moment. Do want to tell you, for Jim back at the station, my name is Stan Stevens. Thank you for joining us for Tiger Baseball. They come down to Ellington on a kind of wet, dreary, nasty day, and they win it 17-4. Have yourselves a great evening. Stay tuned. Blues hockey against Philadelphia coming up right after this exit. See you next time on KSMO Media.
Get the latest local news and events right here. KSMO, Salem.
You've been listening to Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO and KSMO Media. And it's been brought to you by the Salem Memorial District Hospital, K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance Willie Strader Agent, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto and Truck Parts, Progressive Ozark Bank, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Town and Country Insurance, the City of Salem, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Your World Today, State Farm Insurance Cameron Irway Agent, Jadwin and Smith Auto Body, Big Iron Realty, and Magic Herbs. Join us next time for Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO and KSMO Media.